Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison, and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, home of smoke-free slots and the highest payout percentage in the area. Ho Chunk Gaming Madison, more spins, more wins, more fun. Milwaukee Brewers 9-4 winners over the Cleveland Guardians last night at American Family Field. Home runs for Christian Yelich and Jackson Chourio as part of the victory. Also the first career hit for Cooper Pratt at the plate. Brewers win a now season-high 19 games over 500, 45-26 entering play today. They go for the sweep of the Guardians this afternoon. First pitch is at 1:10. Pre-game coverage starts at 12:35 right here on Madison's home of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN. Football. Is there one more offseason move the Green Bay Packers should make before training camp starts up in late July? That's the question posed by ESPN NFL writer Aaron Schatz over at ESPN.com. He says yes, and he says there's one move the Packers should make. We'll talk about it coming up on this edition of Wilde and Tausch. It starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Our very first guest in the history of Wilde and Tausch, which will be, I'm sure, a long and distinguished history.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Aaron Rodgers, give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do here?
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say daily 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
And then what happens?
No, then Tausch kind of bows out.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
It is the Thursday edition, although it's kind of like a Friday edition. The Aaron Popkey from the Packers will stop by to help us further understand why a team that very rarely comes out with such strong statements delivered such a strong statement about Scott Fitzgerald edition. The Is it really Scooble time? Even our guy, Jeff Passan, who we know is the GOAT, is entertaining that possibility. And wondering how Jesse's baseball play-by-play went yesterday. He'll fill us in on how that played out. Edition of Wilde and Tausch on 94.5 ESPN Milwaukee, 100.5 ESPN Madison, 1430 ESPN Beaver Dam, ESPNWisconsin.com, the ESPN app, your Alexa smart speaker, streaming live video, Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and of course everything you need on the ESPN Wisconsin app, which is free, which is fully customizable, and can be found both in the Apple and Android app stores. I'm Jason Wilde in Green Bay. Jesse Nelson is in the Everlight Solar ESPN Madison studios.
Hi.
And the king of the camera angle. Back on the bus with Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock, making sure he stays over 55 miles per hour. He is the Packers Hall of Famer. He is now 49 years old. He is Mark Tauscher. Tausch, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, buddy. Jesse, what ended up happening? Did that game get in yesterday? Or
How'd that go for you? Tell us more.
Hi, guys. Have you ever taken a road trip that was completely pointless in the end?
Sure.
Because that's Essentially, what we did yesterday.
Hey, Jay, you didn't even ride up with Dennis. And the reason I know that is because Dennis Semmerow called me and wished me a happy birthday yesterday, which was wonderful.
Yeah,
He's
the
such a
Dean.
good person.
And I said, how's the ride going? He said, Jesse's 30 minutes behind. Sounds like you should have stayed for 2 hours.
Well, so we wrapped up the show yesterday, and so this came together kind of late for us, but we were really excited about it. So Zimbrick Honda's presentation of Prep Mania. Dennis and I have been calling games together for not quite 10 years like this show's been together, but pretty close. We're coming up on close to a decade doing games together. We had never done a broadcast at the WIAA State Baseball Tournament before. And Madison Memorial, Big 8 is a loaded conference in the Madison area. Sun Prairie East and Verona and Middleton. Madison Memorial is the team that emerged victorious. They got to state. They won on Monday in the quarterfinals, so they were playing against my Muskego Warriors at 2:30 yesterday afternoon. One of the greatest setups for a game ever that I would call, because Muskego was in it, and the Ligon brothers, twins Ezra and Caleb from Madison Memorial, are baseball commits going to play at Bradley. So no matter what, I was going to have an alma mater that won a big game yesterday and had a chance to go to the state championship. So we get there. I race after the show up to Appleton, and just as I'm pulling in, Dennis calls and says, there's some rain that just started. They got the tarp out on the field, which I was okay with. I actually kind of said, I wouldn't mind if there was a 15, 20-minute rain delay just to give us a little extra time to get situated before the game. And he said, they got the tarp on the field. We're going to see how it goes. Well, we went on the air on the ESPN Wisconsin app at 2:30. We ended up doing an hour and a half of rain delay coverage.
Oh, boy. I got to tune into that. Where is that located?
Well, we actually we had some fun. We were joined by Sean Wagner, the Milwaukee Panthers baseball coach, who was part of our Beyond the Game panel at ESPN Madison the other day.
Hell of a run.
He was in attendance, so he joined us for a bit. That was a lot of fun, catching up with him, talking about recruiting the state and all the success the Panthers had in the postseason this year. While we were awaiting word from the WI, and it just kept raining. And finally, we signed off at 4 o'clock, sat around for about 20 minutes, and then they said, we're going to postpone this thing till noon tomorrow.
So you're going back up there this afternoon?
We are not, no.
Why?
Well,
beautiful day.
Is it? After further review, because the semifinal is now at noon today. They're playing it at a nearby high school, not at the Timber Rattler Stadium, the Fox City Stadium there in Appleton. We don't know, if that game's going to go on as scheduled. And
why? Just wait a second. Why is it not at Fox?
Because today is the championship day, so there's 4 state championship games. There's one starting right now. Potosi Cassville played in the Division IV state championship.
Sam
game.
Oakey coaching that Cassville team?
Might be. So there's a championship game scheduled all day today. So they can't fit in a semifinal at the Timber Rattler Stadium and then play all the championships as scheduled. I think they only have the stadium rented for 4 days because there's other. The Timber Rattlers got to use it, among other things.
You got 4 other games.
So
Michael Parsons got our softball.
The Division I championship is at 6 o'clock tonight. So Muskego and Memorial are playing at noon today at a nearby high school. The winner plays Kaukauna tonight. And
the Ghosts.
Just the way that the schedule fell with the semifinals, we will not be able to make the trip up to call the championship. So a big bummer for Dennis and I and the WI State
championship.
Baseball Tournament.
Are you telling me that if it's Kaukauna versus Madison Memorial, you can't get up there in time to call a 6 p.m. first pitch?
We're not.
He could. He's chosen.
Well, the other thing is Dennis was unavailable. Sure. Dennis had something else going on in Appleton. So what
about Coach Wagner? I bet he'd love
that. He's hot on the recruiting team. Portal season's opening up here pretty soon, so I don't think he's available. No, it just wasn't gonna work.
It wasn't meant to be. Is that what you're
saying?
It
was not meant to be.
What about Riley Yauk? He could be available.
Well, he's producing the all-new Molly and Jim on ESPN Madison from 4 to 6 on the afternoons now. So he's unavailable.
Yep. I know I got scolded earlier for this, but Jason has volunteered to come down and do it with you. I think, Jason, it's right down the street. Wilde will go down and do the championship game.
I'd be happy to do the color. Sure, I could do the color.
You go.
I got some baseball in my background.
How fun would that be? Then both of us would have worked one game with you this year. I think it's a great way to cap off a great year on prep on our preps coverage with Jason doing that with you. I think that'd be great.
I'd be happy to do the Zimbrick Honda reads throughout the program. Yeah. I'll meet you down there, Jesse. It's only about 30 minutes from my house.
While I appreciate your willingness to participate in the programming, I do, actually.
Jason actually agreed because he knew you wouldn't call his bluff, go down and cover a state championship.
It's good poker playing by Wilde.
If first pitch is 6 p.m., I'll meet you there.
There's no way it'll be
Summer
6,
League volleyball, I could make it.
It'll be 6:30.
Straight down.
6:30. It won't be 6. It'll be later.
Okay, even better. That gives me a little more cushion.
Yep.
Well, all right, Jesse, I'll see you there.
Wait, Jesse, will that be on
Brought to you by
YouTube?
Zimbrick Honda.
What
in the market for a new vehicle. Stop by Zimbrick Honda.
It would be on the ESPN Wisconsin app. And
sweet.
100.5 ESPN in Madison. And
YouTube? It'll be live.
Regrettably,
it'll be live on 100.5?
I think the decision has already been made that we will not be proceeding with the broadcast tonight.
Ashton just texted me and said, if you guys can pull this off, you should do it.
That's not what he wrote.
Literally what I just saw. That's great. Well, I cannot wait to do that because 100.5 has a softball game that I am going to be coaching without Sarah and Eleanor.
Oh, no, those poor kids.
Yeah. We have to actually go and pick up a bunch of random kids to fill out a roster because Megan Maroney is going to suck.
Megan Maroney plays on your softball team?
No, we tried, but she's got a showdown at Summerfest tonight, so she can't. And that's also where Sarah, Eleanor, and a couple of other.
You're coaching a team and your own kids not playing in the game?
Yeah, it's very frustrating. Yeah, I signed up for this though. I knew this was happening.
Wow.
So yes, I am.
Thank you for your service.
I don't necessarily think the girls really like me either. I'm
I doubt they do.
I'm a little sterner than I think I probably should be.
You don't say.
Yeah.
How so? What do you do different? What's your style? Like, how are you Pat Murphy versus Craig Counsell?
Tough love.
If there's 2 outs.
Tausch Lombardi.
If there's 2 outs and you're not on the crack of the bat, you're going to get scolded. I'm sorry, that's softball. That's baseball. If I give you a steal sign 5 straight times and you refuse to run, I'm going to say something to you. If the ball gets to the outfield and you hold it like it's a young toddler and don't throw it into your cuts, I'm going to scold you. I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry about it. Okay? Does that clear things up?
Are these seem like fairly specific examples?
Oh, they're very specific because... And then my son, who is umping one of our games, said, bro, you need to chill. And I said, let me tell you something. I ain't going to chill because it would be doing a disservice. Now, am I as hard as I am on a 15U baseball team? No, probably not to the same degree, but it would be a disservice if I said, okay, little Snow, nice job there, sweetie. I'm not going to do that. So that's not where I'm at. So that's
a couple things.
I'm just not going to do it.
Couple things. How well have you scouted the team that you are coaching? Like, did you give the steal signal to maybe a player who lacks the confidence in their running ability that they were maybe apprehensive about that?
How do you gain confidence?
Not by getting thrown out at second base by 4 steps.
I'm going to tell you something. One of our best players got thrown out at third base by 2 steps, and I said, awesome job.
But she doesn't know that.
No, she does. I reaffirm. It's a reaffirmation. Jason,
indecisive in the outfield.
I know. Listen,
don't do what you're gonna. I know what you're gonna do. Just take the constructive question. Don't turn it around on me and tell me how soft and cuddly I am and all that. Just tell me the truth. How well do you know these girls? Because maybe there are certain. You are a good coach. I have seen you coach. I do know that. You are. I've seen you parent. You and I have differing styles. But I know you have the best interest of kids at heart. You're very good at it.
Certainly I do.
My point is, as someone of your ability, as a parent and a coach, you know better than anyone because you played with 2 quarterbacks who could be this way. You have to make sure that you know which kids need a kick in the ass and which ones need an arm around the shoulder. And I feel
sorry,
like
if you
that's
need
an
an arm
example
around
of
the
maybe
shoulder,
little Susie doesn't feel comfortable trying to steal second base because she lacks confidence.
We're not going to agree on this. Listen, you're asked to do things. I'm not asking you to juggle fire and put
Split the
swords
atom
down your throat. I'm not asking you. I'm asking you to run on a catcher that can't throw. I'm sorry if that's too much. And you didn't get a good jump. You don't get a good jump, but you're not going to not get a good jump 5 straight times. And I don't think they look at.
Did you explain that to Susie
very
after the fact
frustrating.
in a very kind and calm manner? Your own son told you to chill, bro.
Interim manager Tausch LaRussa throwing water jugs in between innings.
There's no water jugs. Well, I'll make sure to let you know.
That's what we got called the rest of the show is LaRussa. I love it.
I'll make sure to let you know how it goes tonight. And I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to be that upset if it rains tonight. I'm just going to be honest with you.
You're praying for a rain out.
Not praying. No. I want to be crystal clear. Not praying for rain. Not going to be upset if it does. Crops, farming, corn. We all need a little bit of rain.
Haven't gotten enough rain lately, so we could use a little more tonight for sure.
Haven't gotten a ton. No, we still could use some. We're still under where we're at. We're supposed to be.
WIA would not like more rain in the Fox Valley tonight. I can tell you that much.
Doesn't matter. They're going to go play it somewhere else anyways. Titletown. Wilde's backyard.
I don't think they have a baseball field there. They have a football field, which I guess would then lead to dimensions of the field being different than other fields, and we know what a problem that is.
They could Joe Robbie it up.
All right. I could sit here and discuss the amount of rain we've gotten.
Hey, Jesse, how much time can you play a song without being up against the royalty part?
Almost none.
So you can't? Because I'm going to talk about Pella here, and then I want you to pull up I've Got Friends in Low Places, just the next part. Because we went to, for my birthday, a good crew of us went down to Garth Brooks at AmFam Summerfest last night. It was fantastic. What a storyteller. Heck of a dude, Garth. And there's something that you guys know I like singing, and you also know I'm not great with lyrics. I don't know how it took me this long because I listened to a lot of Garth Brooks when I was a kid. There is a set of lyrics that I thought were going to be inappropriate to play in the state of Wisconsin, and especially in Milwaukee with the Brewers being in town. I'll tell you what that was next after I tell you that you better be shopping for new windows and doors, and it better be at Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. You don't need to haggle. Pella sticks to straightforward pricing, honest conversations, helping homeowners find the right fit for their home, and they never use high-pressure sales tactics. When you buy direct through Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, the same team that manufactures your windows and doors also sell them, install them, and they'll service them. Real pricing, premium quality without the game. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Did you want to do that tease again?
So, what are we doing?
We're actually going to break.
Okay. So, what do you want me to do? This is how this works.
Hey, I give you the sign. I give you the sign to tease. You tease.
I teased, baby. Here's the deal. There's a set of lyrics to his most famous song, which, by the way, I thought he also sang
Unanswered Prayers?
In the Dark. Well, that's a great song. He choked up. I know. I thought he did. I thought he sang Fishing in the Dark, too. He didn't. And I kept waiting for it. It never came.
I don't know that song.
But
you and me
Friends
go
in Low
fishing
Places.
Down
by the river. But anyways, there is a song. He sang it at the end. He banged it out. It was awesome. It finished off the show. Friends in Low Places. There is a set of lyrics that I have been singing wrong.
Oh, stunning.
Probably be 49 years if you had been singing it that long, but for at least 20 years. I will tell you and sing that if Jesse can pull up the song. I don't know how we'll pull it off, but we will, and we'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Life moves fast. Your car should move with it. At Zimbrick Chevrolet, they've got a vehicle and payment options that fit every stage of your journey. Just graduated? Start smart in a Chevy Trax. Stylish, efficient, and budget-friendly. Growing your family? The Equinox gives you the space and versatility you need. And when life gets even bigger, the Traverse or Tahoe is ready for it all. Kids, carpools, and road trips. Visit them today in Sun Prairie or online at ZimbrickChevrolet.com. Zimbrick Chevrolet, the name you can trust.
Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
On the air, on demand, on social, on Wisconsin Sports. Serving Wisconsin sports fans. This is 100.5 ESPN.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
It's a great day for Brewers baseball, and with Brewers checking from Associated Bank, you get a powerful lineup of perks all season. Leading off is express entry with incredible speed. Next up, 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. Sporty stuff. And third, up to 50% off home game tickets. But if you can believe it, there's even more you can score. Because with Brewers checking, you get the strongest lineup in baseball. Only from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
Mark Tauscher here, and take it from me, the best game nights start with pizza. Try the new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, featuring crispy baked Parmesan on the crust for a golden cheesy crunch in every bite. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to order and find more great deals. The new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, available now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
Mike, what's one of the most important questions people should be asking about metal roofing?
It should be who's doing the installation. It takes focus, precision, and technical experience. We'll answer all your questions.
After all, we are masters of metal roofing.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweta. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweta metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweta Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
Vortex Golf makes rangefinders for serious golfers who need an accurate number every time. With 3 options, the Blade, Blade Slope, and Anarch, there's a Vortex rangefinder that fits your game. Crystal clear optics and features like image stabilization keep you steady in big moments. Plus, every Vortex Golf product is backed by a no-questions-asked lifetime warranty. If you're looking for an accurate number every time, Vortex Golf belongs on your bag. Grab yours and everything you need for golf season in Wisconsin at Shields.com.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
This is our crew.
Blake hits it high and deep to left field, backing up Sosa, turning, watching, leaping, goodbye!
We are Madison's home of the Brewers, 100.5 ESPN.
The big teaser. So if you're watching on YouTube, Because, again, we do pay royalties to play popular music, royalty
I'm not
music.
real sure Jason, why do we pay royalties if we can't ever use it?
Yeah, I think some shows still do that aren't maybe as
like our
popular on YouTube.
Our play-by-play rights that aren't on video, we can play them in like Brewers games.
I know, but there's plenty of good
Badger volleyball.
That's above my pay grade.
I'll have that conversation. Who do I talk to about that?
I don't know. You're Tausch. You can talk to anybody. But so here's what we're gonna do. So Tausch can sing Garth Brooks' greatest hits, including "Fishing in the Dark." You won't be able to hear.
Who does sing "Fishing in the Dark"?
I have.
Alan Jackson, maybe. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Then why'd you ask?
But in fairness, I mean, Garth Brooks ended up singing an Elton John song last night. He ended up singing a Jimmy Buffett song, so it wasn't out of the realm of possibility he would sing. Nitty Gritty Dirt Band.
The Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, ladies and gentlemen, who we also will not be playing on the show. So Jesse's going to play, because I thought you'd just sing this a cappella, given your musical history and your talent.
Sure.
But apparently not. You need Garth sing a duet with Garth.
It fits the thing. So y'all know I sing. I've done, and Jesse knows this better because of all of our work we did with headlines back in the day. I am not great at knowing what the lyrics actually are, but I love singing. Eleanor will always give me a lot of grief about it because I butcher a lot of lyrics. And I didn't realize I butchered this until I had never seen Garth Brooks live until last night. And the more you hear it, and you're like, boy, that's different than what, because you listen to it on the radio, it's once, it's done, and you move on, something else pops up. And I was not Spotifying or anything else with Garth prior. Normally I do that before a concert. And last night was eye-opening to me that I had been getting this lyric wrong. And I just thought it was inappropriate that he was doing this in Milwaukee with the Brewers playing. And the fact that one of our best in-game pieces of entertainment, I thought he was taking a shot at it. And it turns out that wasn't the case. Nah, big on sausage races. So let's slip on that. All right, back it up one more time, Jesse. Did that not sound, for all these years, I literally thought, I'm not big on sausage races.
Shut up. You did not think that.
Jason, I swear the people I were with last night, I said that and they thought I was lying. I'm not lying. Why would I lie about that? I'm not going to lie.
Because it'd be a good joke. It'd be funny.
No.
Sausage races.
Listen to it again.
No.
Sausage races. No? You don't think that's completely out of the realm? Like that couldn't be what he was saying?
So that...
There you go, Matt Coonan. Thank you, Bob. That's worth another entry.
This text from Matt Coonan, who, by the way, is participating in the Wilde and Tausch Trivia Tournament of Champions later in this show.
Greasing the judges, clearly.
He texted in 5 minutes ago. Please tell me Tausch, like me when I was a kid, didn't hear I'm not big on social graces, but instead heard sausage races.
This is why Matt Coonan and I are in sync. I'm shocked that you guys think that this is that absurd, because it's not that. It's now that I look back at it and I've heard social graces 100 times last night, I get it, and it didn't make a ton of sense, but the whole thing is just weird. Like it makes sense because play it one more time, Jesse. You're telling me if you listen and you think it's sausage races, you're going to come across thinking it's not? I don't know, Jim. I don't know.
So the original sausage race occurred, according to MLB.com, on June 27th, 1993. Okay?
That's about when Garth was in his peak. Early 90s.
The song Friends in Low Places, not big on social graces, was released in 1990.
Yeah.
Now, if Garth was really playing 4D chess, he could have sung Sausage Races last night and blown the minds of those in the crowd, and you would have been the only one singing it correctly. John and Evanston, I've been singing Sausage Races for 20 years, no joke.
There we go. See? Just think if he had done that and brought out the racing sausages during the show last night.
He could have used your insights.
The place would have erupted even more than it did. Yeah. All right. I feel validated.
From the album No Fences, which apparently should have been swinging for or running past the fences in a giant sausage costume. And again, that song, Friends in Low Places. Yeah, look, apparently you're not alone. It's good. I'm glad. I never, ever sang it that way. Yeah, I don't. I'm sorry. I'm trying to hear it. I don't. I just don't.
Everyone watching on YouTube is getting very irritated that they
I don't
can't
blame
hear the
them.
lyrics. So
don't blame them.
Depending on how much you want to pacify those people, maybe we should not play it anymore.
Fair enough. Was a great time had by all.
What do you think? Yeah, it was it was great. The weather held off. It was a beautiful night. What do you think the most misremembered or misinterpreted lyrics are of all time? I would argue that this is in the mix. I don't think you guys are going to.
Steve Miller, big old jet airliner.
What is it misinterpreted for?
I believe I sang it as big old Jed had a light on.
Like the Red Roof Inn.
Yes.
Is that the Red Roof Inn?
Big old Jed had a light on. Won't take me too far away. Yeah. Okay. Everybody does it. You are, while we are giving you a hard time about this, and you are getting a support network formed for the sausage racist lyric, we all have done it. And we all still do it, right? Like Paula is... This is why you and Paula should road trip together. No one would ever stop for the bathroom, and you guys would mess up lyrics from here to Oxnard. But everyone does it. I would love on the Carbless Talk and Text line, the text portion of the Carbless Talk and Text line, if you would text in the lyrics you mess up.
Yeah.
Because this is a great topic.
Yeah, I'm curious about that because I know there's a bunch that I do, and I can't get anything but sausage races out of my head now. That's where I'm at.
It's a good one. It's a good one, no doubt about it. All right, we've got a lot of other things to get to, but 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. That is the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. I don't want to make our YouTubers feel left out. So if we get a lot of these lyrics, I'm not afraid to sound off key, and Jesse obviously is just an incredibly talented singer. We will a cappella sing the mistaken lyrics for the audience if we can. And that way we don't have to worry about royalty issues with YouTube. We also don't have to worry.
There was another one, Sixpence None the Richer, that had a really catchy song, and I used to butcher that.
Yeah, it's called Kiss Me, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, I think I butchered that one too, like in a pretty good way.
Kiss me out of the bearded barley. I don't hear you. I don't envision you getting bearded barley in the first sentence.
Yeah, I don't know exactly. I
don't envision you getting your tickets cashed at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, given the way last year went.
Well, this year's going to be a different year. Jesse and I, we were down there a couple times this spring. Did a little Packers. They got great entertainment. They got great food. They got great slots. They got everything, table games, everything you're looking for. And, of course, Wednesday, Hard Rock Casino Rockford has a rock for all the old rockers, and I'm getting closer to being that. If you're 55, you get a little 50% discount at lunch down at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Again, everything you're looking for. It's about 60 minutes or less from the greater Madison area, right off of I-90 in Rockford, Illinois. It's the Hard Rock Casino Rockford a premier entertainment destination.
We'll see what songs you send us, and then I understand this is the silly season for the NFL where we're grasping at story angles, but our guy Aaron Schatz, or Schatz, depending on how you pronounce his name, Schatz on Sports, with one that I don't see this one. I could be wrong. We'll talk about it next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Since 1956, Hallman Lindsay Paints has been making paint in Wisconsin for Wisconsin. Because of their commitment to making great paint for Wisconsinites, Hallman Lindsay has grown over the years to 27 locations in this great state. Headquarters in Sun Prairie with a state-of-the-art facility, Hallman Lindsay has the paints you need to make your job better. From do-it-yourself to professional, Hallman Lindsay has paint for everyone. Visit one of their local locations today in Madison, Sun Prairie, Middleton, and Janesville.
Chevy trucks have you covered when the road takes you from smooth sailing to Chevy Colorado will eat up some of the toughest terrains with 5 available drive modes. And Silverado and Silverado HD have the muscle to take you out for some serious with multiple engine options and impressive towing. While Silverado EV is the perfect combo of performance and capability. Nice. Making it a snap to hitch up this electric truck and hit the road. Wherever the road leads, Chevy trucks are right there with you. See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well. Earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Get ready for the ultimate Saturday night at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Join us for the all-new Queen of Hearts drawing at 4, 6, 8, and 10 p.m. This is your chance for royal glory. When your name is drawn, choose the right card and you could win a life-changing jackpot, up to $150,000. The longer the Queen stays hidden, the bigger the jackpot grows. Let's Hard Rock with the Queen of Hearts only at Hard Rock Casino Rockford. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
Well, you can really go down some serious rabbit holes with the sausage race. Now I'm watching the replay of Randall Simon whacking the Italian as it goes by the Pirates dugout. And then there's a Milwaukee Magazine story about the woman who was the Italian sausage that got hit with the bat and her whole story. I mean, it's a whole thing. But we will take your missung lyrics on the Carbless Talk and text line. 844-770-3776. Less is more. All right, Tausch, I would like to turn our attention to football, unless you have something else from the Garth Brooks concert.
No, you're good.
So
let's get to it.
I understand that it's that time of year, and look, I was conjuring up story angles for this week, so there'd still be content on channel3000.com. I got to get to that triple dip with Ryan Longwell talking about Lucas Havrisik as the underdog in the kicking competition, and got to get that story about Brett Conway's check being laminated on his dashboard. But everything with the Scott Fitzgerald and the Packers' strong statement thing kind of took over the week. So, and by the way, we will hear from, scheduled to appear at 10:30 is Aaron Popkey, the Packers' Director of Public Affairs. But everyone's looking for story angles, and ESPN.com is no different. And so our guy, Shatsy, putting together the one move each team needs to make, or something to that effect, right, out of the top remaining free agents. And I just, again, never say never, because Micah Parsons is a Packer, which you would have thought that would never happen, right?
I agree. Yeah.
So we got to be, I don't want to be dismissive, but his guy that the Packers are going to theoretically sign, in his opinion, is Jadeveon Clowney. And my argument would be to Aaron and whoever else would like to listen is that, yes, they have gone outside their comfort zone by acquiring Zaire Franklin, who will turn 30 before camp starts, and Javon Hargrave, who is 33. But those are the exceptions that prove the rule. And more often than not, Tausch, and we know this because it's been proven over and over and over again, what Goody believes in is letting young guys play. And Lucas Van Ness ain't so young anymore. And you've given him the fifth-year option. So it is your intent for him, and Lord knows he's got the biggest cheerleader in his corner in Micah Parsons, who continues to say things that you're like, wow, he is really pro-LVN. I don't see them going out and adding Jadeveon Clowney. I expect Jadeveon Clowney to sit and wait until somebody loses an edge rusher in camp and needs to pay him to come in and fill that void, because they like Barron Sorrell. They like Brenton Cox. They like the idea of Colin Oliver, but he's not to the point of Marshawn Lloyd, but he was missing practices in the spring now, too. Those are all guys. They drafted the dentist, denied Dennis Sutton. So I just don't see this as something that Goody would do. Am I wrong to view it that way?
Not at this point. Yeah, I think you're right in the fact that you want to see young guys take the next step. And we saw, last year, Sorrell in that Viking game that you covered so well and thoroughly, he was a bright spot. And I think the fact that he's working out with Micah, I think he's a good story, but I think he's a good player. And he's going to get an opportunity to show what he can do. It feels like to me, if you're going to pick up Jadeveon Clowney, it's going to be much more of a, break glass in case of emergency type deal. It's not going to be depth, not someone that, because you bring him in, he's going to be your pass rush guy. I think you let this thing play itself out, see who takes advantage of opportunities, and if they don't, so be it. I mean, if Jadeveon Clowney signs somewhere else in July, you're fine with that. If something happens in August, and all of a sudden, and I think you're right, he's not going to be chomping to get into a camp in July. I think he'll be fine if he gets signed September 1st. Get a week before the regular season and go. That would be more in line with where I think his career's at. But you just never know how that plays out. But that's not one of those guys that you're, oh, God, we missed the boat. You let your young guys play. Your philosophy has been give opportunities and see who takes advantage of them. And we'll see there's plenty of young players here that will get these opportunities, and we'll see who kind of rises to the top of that bulk tank.
So he's got the Bears, what they should do is sign Joey Bosa.
Yeah.
You like that idea for them?
They need pass rush, and I think I'm still very surprised at how the Bears approach this offseason. The Bears approach the offseason thinking they're kind of the deal. They didn't do a ton of wholesale changes unless their offensive line took a beating, obviously with the injury to their left tackle and the retirement of their center.
Mm-hmm.
That defense last year was sus, as the kids would say. And they got by on great heroic plays at the end by Caleb and by creating turnovers.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't anybody. If Green Bay can get their blank together offensively, we saw what they looked like in the first half. Why it went south in the second half, couple of things. Obviously O-line, but also we didn't have any adjustments to what they decided. They just basically, Dennis Allen said, we're going to blitz and put pressure on, and we didn't have solutions until it was too late. So
Sheeto had a tough one.
I just look at this and I think if you're the Bears, you need to bring in someone that you think can help you in that pass rush area, because I don't think that's going to be a strength of their team again this year.
So if you were to call up Shatsy and say, hey, I don't know about this Jadeveon Clowney, what if they did this? I like the Jagger Burton story. I love that he got work with the ones. There's a long way between that and, despite Matt LaFleur's commentary, him actually seeing playing time, I still would like to have some sort of tried and true offensive lineman who was added for depth in case of injury.
So 31 other teams.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. But there's got to be a few of them out there on the market still. So that would be where I would go. Is there anywhere else where you look at this roster and say, okay, if Shatsy's looking to add somebody, who should it be? Not the specific person, but is there another position besides offensive line depth where you see that? Corner?
Well, I mean, I think they brought Lachey in, right? The old Iowa tight end.
Yep.
It's kind of a weird saga there. I think he was in, they didn't pass a physical,
Flunked his physical.
And he's back.
Yep.
And someone that you can count on as a blocking tight end, and if they can give you a little something, that was where I thought they should go. They obviously feel like he can be that guy, and if that's the case, let's see how that shakes out. But no, normally you would say, get me a defensive lineman, get me somebody that's got a little shake. Green Bay has kind of addressed that with Hargraves. So I'm not at the point where there's any position that you think, boy, we need outside of having that swing tackle or that interior guy that you feel good about. But those guys aren't available right now. I don't know anyone that's out there. If you could tell me who's out there that would ring a bell, I'd be like, okay, let's think about it. That would be more of a who's going to be getting cut, who's maybe is available for a seventh that you think can help solidify things. Offensive line would be the one spot that I think you'd want to add another body. Outside of that, obviously corner, but again, the same thing. Like, who is that guy? I don't want to bring in an old guy that's broken down until I have to. I want to let my young players develop and grow, because you bring somebody in now, you're taking reps away in a limited amount of practice reps already. So let this thing play out. Let Cisse, let your guy from Alabama, let these guys compete and scrap. And if you have to, make a move at the end of training camp to bring someone in to solidify things if you don't think you're getting the production that you need.
All right, let's play some trivia. Now, you may think, oh, they're playing trivia? Is it time for the Tournament of Champions? No. We'll do that later. Now, it's our regular Thursday trivia presented by Cousins Subs and Vortex Golf. Jesse, what's today's category? What caller would you like?
With the Brewers going for a sweep of the Cleveland Guardians this afternoon at American Family Field. Another nice win last night. The history of the Cleveland baseball franchise. Today's trivia category.
I gotta tell you, this first question and the jokey answer, you will want to stay tuned for it. It's that good, in my opinion.
Wow.
Thought we were supposed to underhype things around here.
No, this is good. I don't think I'm overhyping this. Jesse, I'm sorry, what caller do you want?
I never said.
That's what I thought.
The Cleveland baseball team was in the World Series in 2016. So how about caller 16?
Caller 16.
Once 2,000 people? That's a lot, Joey.
I don't think we're going to get to that by the end of the show. Caller 16. Caller 16 right now. 844-770-3776. 844-770-3776. Caller 16 plays trivia after Tausch tells us about UW Credit Union.
Hey, UW Credit Union here for every U. And, man, we have some fun stuff planned coming up. But what I always love about UW Credit, you see them with the Brewers. You see them throughout all campuses throughout the state of Wisconsin. And obviously at the University of Wisconsin, you get the T-shirt gun. But they just take care of business. You need a loan. You need to get free mobile checking. You need to have a great app. UW Credit Union has you covered. Insured by NCUA, terms and conditions do apply.
Trivia's next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tauscher here for Pizza Hut. Now, you know I've loved Pizza Hut going back to the days when I was a kid participating in their legendary Book It program. I loved it then, and I love enjoying Pizza Hut, making new memories with my family today. Say hello to Pizza Hut's new crispy Parm Pan Pizza. It's the original pan crust you love with a crispy golden Parmesan edge baked right into the crust. Try it today. Get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan Pizza for just $10. Or make it a large for only $3 more. Limited time offer, additional charges for extra cheese, toppings, and recipes. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to get this and a bunch of other great deals as well. The newest Hut crust is Pizza Hut's Crispy Parm Pan. Order today at pizzahut.com, and remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by your Badgerland Chevy dealers, proud supporters of Badger Athletics. Go to BadgerlandChevy.com. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. No school has produced more Stanley Cup champions than the Wisconsin Badgers. Keandre Miller of the Carolina Hurricanes is now the 15th Wisconsin player who will see his name etched on the most iconic trophy in sports. The Hurricanes won their second Stanley Cup in franchise history by shutting out the Vegas Golden Knights in a series-clinching Game 6 on Sunday night. Miller is the first Badgers player to be part of a Stanley Cup championship team since the back-to-back titles for Ryan McDonough with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2020 and 2021.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Henningsen with Stoughton Health Ortho Team Clinic. I specialize in joint pain and joint pain surgery, specifically hip and knee replacement, including second-time surgery for hip and knee replacement.
Learn more at orthoteam.com.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I know the value of gear that works as hard as you do. And with Father's Day coming up, Iron Jock has some great bundle deals for every kind of dad. Get a performance t-shirt and low-cut socks for just $35, a polo and cap bundle for $65, or grab a lightweight hoodie and jogger set for only $100. Iron Jock gear is moisture-wicking, anti-static, built with 4-way stretch, and powered by silver ion technology to help eliminate odor-causing bacteria. Shop Father's Day bundles now through June 21st at ironjock.com.
Zimbrick Honda has been a proud part of the Madison community since 1973. They're your one-stop shop for over 250 new Hondas to choose from. Whether you're looking for a sedan, SUV, or truck, their selection of new vehicles is second to none. Stop in today at their location on Fish Hatchery Road and lease a 2026 Honda CR-V Hybrid Sport for as low as $299 per month. Or browse their vehicle selection online at ZimbrickHonda.com. That's ZimbrickHonda.com. Shop local, shop Zimbrick Honda.
All the biggest voices, all in one place. The Yingling Legends Line. Exclusive insight from Hall of Famers, All-Stars, and Game Changers, all on the Yingling Legends Line.
Brian Braun, I appreciate you joining us here on Kyle and Brust.
But we just wanted to have fun. You know, baseball's a game of failure and adversity. It's such a long season. You want to find ways to enjoy the success when you have good moments.
The Yingling Legends Line. Crack open a Yingling lager and raise a toast to an American tradition. D.G. Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott, Garrett, and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison. We've never seen anyone like The Miz.
Swing and a miss! He struck him out! A complete game shutout from Jacob Mizorowski.
This is 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
Is this a Garth Brooks song? I didn't know he was royalty free. It's got that twanginess. Maybe played this one last night. We're going to play Wilde and Tausch Trivia presented by Cousin Subs and Vortex Golf.
Wilde and Tausch Trivia is presented by Vortex Golf, rangefinders you can bet on, and by Cousin Subs. Have a grad to celebrate? Purchase $30 in Cousin Subs gift cards and receive a free 7.5-inch sub. Cousin Subs, they believe in better.
Let's welcome in our contestants. It is Joan in Oak Creek. Joan, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, guys. I'm doing great. How about yourselves?
It's been too long. Have you not been listening to the program?
It's been touch and go for a while.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to, Jason.
Okay. All right. Well, I hope everything is okay.
Yep.
And we're happy to have you.
I'm happy to be here.
Whoa!
We're very happy.
Yeah, good whoa, Nelly, Jesse.
Okay. We're very happy to have you, and here is question number one as I awkwardly segue. I thought you screened callers, Jesse. Question one.
Start screening hosts the way you set that up. Jeez.
How could I have...
Good one.
Joan, question number one.
Yes, Jason. All right.
Before an insurance company purchased the naming rights in 2008, what was the name of Cleveland's baseball stadium? Was it Johns Field, Jacobs Field, or Jingleheimer Schmitz Field? I knew I wasn't going to get through that.
That's good.
I did not oversell that, I don't think.
No, that was good.
I'm going to say Johns Field.
No, oddly enough, it was Jingleheimer Schmitz Field. No, Jacobs Field. It's all right. All right, we'll bounce back. Question two. Jesse, again, really, that was well played. Which of these, Joan, is not one of the teams that defeated Cleveland in a World Series in the 1990s? Oh, boy. All right, so two of these three teams beat the then Indians in the World Series. One of them did not. Which is that team that did not beat the Indians in the World Series in the 1990s? Is that team the Atlanta Braves, the Florida Marlins, or the San Diego Padres?
I'm going to say the Marlins. goodness.
Is the Marlins one the one where Jesse's favorite player, Craig Counsell, crosses home plate with the game-winning run?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Craig Counsell, one of the 2 times Craig Counsell scored the game-winning run in Game 7 of the World Series in his career, which is one of the craziest things of all time.
Mm-hmm. And he rides the train to Chicago in his full uniform. The San Diego Padres. Correct answer.
They have never won a World Series, so that was where
it's true, like the Brewers.
Yeah.
All right, Joan. Question 3, and I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know the answer to this one, so as Tausch loves to say, a gulak. Appearing in 1,681 games, which player has played in the most games in Cleveland Guardians franchise history? Whew. Is it Omar Vizquel, Jim Thome, or Jose Ramirez?
I'm going to guess A.
Omar Vizquel is a good guess. It is not the right guess. You know, Joan, I'm gonna take full ownership of this. I rattled you early, and I just don't think it ever really recovered. So
you did.
It's my fault, 100%. Let me just be clear. As much as people on this panel love to criticize me, my heart was in the place of we really enjoy it when you call, and I was glad to hear from you again. And I don't know the extenuating circumstances, nor will we delve into them, but I'm happy to hear from you. I am unhappy that you didn't get any of these right, which means you've only got 1 entry into today's drawing. But Jesse wants to do the drawing right now. And wouldn't it be a great story?
There's not a lot in it. There's a couple of, I'd say it's heavy on a couple of numbers from this
What
week.
number does Joan have today, since your numbering system is all
She
jacked
actually
up?
has number 4, which belongs to Thursday. I think we're actually on track with it. Well, this was a weird week because we are off tomorrow, programming note, no show tomorrow in observance of the Juneteenth holiday. So that is why we are doing our drawing right now.
I heard you're putting that baseball game on, the state championship game on tomorrow at 9 to 12.
You heard wrong, and congratulations not to Joan.
Jeez.
God. Dwayne in a big truck is our trivia winner. Yesterday, he had every question right on a Wisconsin Geography Wednesday. He earned it this week.
Good player.
Joan, I would like to reiterate, it's great to hear from you. We wish you good health, happiness, and better luck next time when you play trivia. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Jason. I love listening to you guys. I love you guys. So have a great day.
We love you guys. We love Joan.
We do love Joan.
We do. Absolutely.
There's no two ways about that. All right.
How would you have done? Would you have done anything different now that you look back at it? Or
I mean,
feel
look,
good about it?
Post-game analysis.
Yeah, I mean, I wish I would have said, instead of in a lighthearted, give her a little bit of grief, but not mean-spirited grief, hey, where you been? Have you not been listening? You know, again, I don't know exactly the specifics there, but I would say that it sounded like maybe she was dealing with some sort of health issue or someone close to her was. That's the way I read that. And obviously, had I known about that, I'd have just said, God, it's great to hear from you. We've missed you. Which is kind of what the messaging was intended to be. But again, fair
it's
critique.
good to learn lessons.
You don't know what, and I have always tried to live by the saying about you don't know what someone's going through behind the scenes. So, again, great to hear from her. Unfortunate that she didn't get more questions right.
It is possible she's just like been at work or something. Like it didn't necessarily. Like I didn't interpret it that way. And
okay,
you do have a reputation of being a worrier around here.
I am.
So,
I am undeniably a worrier. I'm just happy we heard from Joan. I'll leave it at that. I'm also happy that we're going to get to the 10 o'clock hour. When are you departing us to get off the bus and do whatever it is you're doing?
Now.
Last segment is when I thought I was. No, I'm good today. We'll work some things out, so I'm good today.
You're going to stay the whole
shooting
match.
Wow.
Why do we always get so much table from your camera angle, though? Is there a reason for that?
What I thought you just learned something, but you didn't just put it into play. Like, be where your feet are, whatever your new quote for your life is today.
Be where your feet are.
Exactly.
My feet will be in the 10 o'clock hour, which will begin in 2 minutes. So stick around. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here. People ask, why did I join UW Credit Union? Well, let's break it down. Convenient local branches, easy to use mobile banking app, rewards checking with early payday, and that beautiful Bucky debit card. Also, they've been serving Wisconsin since 1931, which means they have local expertise that's actually local. So stop by a branch or visit uwcu.org to join today and become a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Hey Madison, it's Rich Eisen. Join me for the Rich Eisen Show, weekdays noon to 2, right here on 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison for generations. Check them out at 220 State Street and online at goodmansjewelers.com. The Milwaukee Brewers, a season-high 19 games over 500 now, 45-26 after winning back-to-back contests against the Cleveland Guardians at American Family Field. 9-4 the final last night. Home runs for Christian Yelich and Jackson Chourio at the top of the lineup. First career hit for Cooper Pratt starting in his second game of his big league career. The two teams back at it this afternoon, 1:10 first pitch in Milwaukee. Pre-game coverage starts at 12:35 right here on Madison's home of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN. Depending on how long the game goes, I should say, Molly and Jim on ESPN Madison may start this afternoon, streaming exclusively on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel. Football. One offseason move remaining for all 32 NFL teams. That's the title of an article from ESPN NFL writer Aaron Schatz right now over at ESPN.com. Take a look at the move he suggests the Green Bay Packers make before training camp starts in late July.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Time now for headlines as we predict what will happen on Sunday as the Packers take on the Vikings at Lambeau Field.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
I'm going to do something crazy.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
I'm going to say kissing cousins, pack bikes tie.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
He missed it again! And will end this crazy game in a tie. Oh my goodness.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 10 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. I saw this earlier this week. I am going to defer to others because I personally, and I know not everyone agrees with this, I don't think we should do participation trophies far into people's lives, but I think when kids are learning sports and need some positive reinforcement, I think people that make a big deal about participation trophies are just wrong. I don't agree with it. If you're doing T-ball or YMCA soccer with 5 and 6 year olds and they think it's a really big deal to get a little medal at the end of the season and having coached a lot of those teams, even before I had kids. I think there's value in it, so I get a little irritated with this topic. But this might be the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
What do you think, Tausche LaRussa?
You know where I stand on that.
Yes, that's why I didn't even bother to ask.
Okay.
I don't know where this. I'm not familiar with Vincent Goodwill.
Everybody is now.
I'm familiar with St. Vincent de Paul, where I do some thrifting, and Goodwill, where I do some thrifting, but not familiar with Vincent Goodwill. In fact, I had not heard of him because I don't follow the National Basketball Association closely, so I haven't read his work before. But apparently, earlier this week, he was on Get Up for a panel discussion. And here is what he said about the Larry O'Brien Trophy, which, for those of you that don't follow the NBA closely, is the championship trophy for the NBA. It is the Lombardi Trophy that everyone is chasing in the NFL. That is what
Who's
the
Larry
NBA
O'Brien? Who is Larry O'Brien, and why is the trophy named after him?
Longtime commissioner, I believe.
All
That
right.
is named for.
No offense to Larry O'Brien. He's had a hell of a run. Let's change that to Michael Jordan. Let's change that trophy. I think in most
we
of
should
these
call it the
cases,
Vincent Goodwill Trophy.
naming rights, I think, should have a 20-year window on it. I think every
so
20
we're going to
years,
rename
naming
the
rights
Lombardi
should change.
Trophy for Brady, like Belichick wants us to?
I would like to have. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm not going to go down that road today. I can only think of one thing. Larry O'Brien has had his run, in my opinion. I think it might be time to mix that up a little bit. That's all.
I can't believe that's the take we landed on out of all this.
Out of all what?
Oh, we haven't even played what he said about the Larry yet, and you want to rename the Larry.
Yeah, I have a hunch I know. And Larry O'Brien, like Vince Lombardi, is legendary for the championships and the start of the NFL. I don't know enough about Larry O'Brien. I would think David Stern, who passed away 10 years ago or so, they could change that to David Stern helped grow this game a heck of a lot, probably more than Larry O'Brien. I'm not trying to sit here and besmirch Larry O'Brien. I don't know him. I don't know anything about Larry O'Brien, and I like him. But let's, I think we've had enough.
David Stern passed away January 1st of 2020. So I don't know how long you have to be dead before we give you a trophy in your name. Nevertheless, Vincent Goodwill is very much alive and has gotten all kinds of attention for saying this.
I like to know that greatness is validated. How do we know that any of the last 8 champions are actually validated because they have not done it again? Giannis is itching to get out. Boston is thinking about trading Jaylen Brown. They don't believe in their one championship. LeBron's one championship in L.A. was not enough. So why would it be enough for us?
Validate is the Larry O'Brien that I put on that shelf and stays there forever. That's the validation. The Laker thing.
Oh, you mean participation trophy then?
I'm sorry, Larry O'Brien is a participation trophy?
If everybody gets one.
It is an actual trophy. You won the league that year. The 2020 one I get because it's summer camp. Like it was in one little bubble, and that's why people give them crap about that one. But no, you win the title. It's validated.
A participation trophy for winning the league.
That's insane. It's absurd. I think, and I'm not going to tell Vinny Goodwill how to do his business because he's getting what he wants with the clicks and everything else.
He's got there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Yeah, no, there is. Here's what I would say: is the league better when you have, if you want to call it validation, you could call it a dynasty or a big time operation that everybody's gunning for? It is. I think we all like living in the fantasy world of we want all 30 teams to be great and we want to have everybody in the mix. Well, not everybody does the right thing. Not everybody makes the right moves. Not everybody has the right mix. Not everybody has the right coach. You should be rewarded for your stability and for how you approach things that needs to be rewarded, and greatness is why people love sports. So there's a part of his, for as ridiculous as saying the New York Knicks, you're thinking that's a participation trophy? Like, that was blood, sweat, tears, years of pain that they just fought through. The Milwaukee Bucks, are you kidding me? How much, Giannis ripping his knee up and coming back and playing and fighting through a 2-0 deficit? Like, come on. Like, that's disrespectful. But his overarching point, if he had framed it the way I frame it, I think would have made some sense. And from a league standpoint, we will not individually remember every 8 teams. Unless you're an NBA lover, you're going to have a hard time going through it. But you're not going to forget the Bulls. You're not going to forget Shaq's Lakers. You're not going to forget Steph and the Warriors. You're not going to forget about the Heat with LeBron. You might forget about OKC in 2025. You might forget about Boston in whatever year they won. So there is something to sustaining, and I feel the same way when it's tennis. Like Zverev, who had just won a championship, he deserves a ton of credit. You think he thinks that's a participation trophy, getting beaten around for 10 years? That means more to him than anything because he's stuck with it. But in the historical perspective and in the kind of the grand scheme, yeah, we're going to remember it as the Yannick Sinner, and that's where we're going to be. It's going to be that era. It's going to be Djokovic and Nadal and Federer. It's not going to be. That's where greatness lies. And let's be honest, none of these teams in this 8-year run is going to be talked about as one of the great teams or the great runs that we've ever had. There's a separation, but to say, oh, this trophy is participation, like, that's just idiotic.
Meanwhile, as idiotic as that might have been, I don't want to be harsh. Lord knows we all have moments in broadcasting where you would like a do-over. Sure. I'm guessing that Vince would like that as well. I would say this.
Oh, I don't think he wants a do-over. I think he's gotten everything he wanted. You think he wants to do
I don't know him
takeover?
well enough to know if he wanted this kind of attention by saying something ridiculous.
I'm going to say this. I don't
know.
I don't know him at all either, and I'm almost certain he loves that kind of attention, if we're being honest.
I did. This caused me, so thank you, Vincent Goodwill, for this. I think the Larry O'Brien Trophy is aptly named. I didn't know a lot about Larry O'Brien. Let me run through Larry O'Brien's highlights during his tenure as the commissioner and why they named the trophy for him. He negotiated the ABA-NBA merger.
What year?
I don't know, whatever year that was.
70s?
75, something like that.
Okay.
He grew the league from 18 to 23 teams. He coordinated the NBA's richest TV contract. He brought the NBA to cable television. He negotiated 2 landmark CBAs without work stoppages. He modified the college draft. He introduced the salary cap in 1983. He settled the Oscar Robertson suit, which led to free agency. Annual NBA attendance reached 10 million during his tenure. Gate receipts doubled and television revenue tripled during his time as commissioner. And he oversaw the adoption of the 3-point field goal during his tenure. Pretty
it sounds like he did a nice job as a commissioner. That's great.
Well, did he do a better job than Stern?
No. God, no. Jason, the games were on tape delay. Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Magic Johnson, David Stern. You want to talk about where the NBA's at, where it's at? It's those guys.
Wait, Larry Bird,
I'm not
Larry
poo-pooing
Bird
Larry
and Magic Johnson and Michael Jordan all entered the league when he was still the commissioner.
Was the league more popular
was his last
under
year.
Larry O'Brien, or was it more popular under David Stern? And
Does
by the
it
way,
become as popular as it did under David Stern without Larry O'Brien? I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I know. It ain't.
Stern. We can give Larry the NBA Cup trophy in December.
What do you guys got against Larry O'Brien?
Nothing, but Larry O'Brien was a nice commissioner, did a really nice job by your accounts.
He brought the three-point line and free agency into basketball.
Yeah, there's too many threes now. Actually, let's rescind that. Let's move it back. There's too many threes.
It should be the Michael Jordan Trophy, and as long as he lives, Michael Jordan should present the trophy at the finals to the winning coach or team.
Agree. Yep. It's about the players, brother. It's about the players. Let's make it about the players. The commissioner did a really nice job. Hey, kudos. We're going to give you a ton of money, and you get access there. Great job by Larry. Great job by David. They did their job.
Larry David. Very good.
Michael Jordan won 6 championships. Phil Jackson won 9 championships. Maybe
well, then
those
why do we
guys
call it
could
the Phil Jackson Trophy?
Maybe we just start saying you get a 10-year run with these trophies, and then we're going to switch it. Maybe that's what we start thinking about.
Little known fact, at least by me, before he became the NBA commissioner, Larry O'Brien was the postmaster general, which is an interesting career switch. But nevertheless, I think they should rename it the Annex Wealth Management Trophy. How do you like them apples?
Well, I do think this cup idea is good. Jesse, that's a good idea by you, and it's a good idea to be going with the great team at Annex Wealth Management. Jason talks about estate plans. You know what? Have you updated yours since the tax laws changed? Some of the biggest changes became law last summer. They might have been to your benefit. The One Big Beautiful Bill Act raised the basic exclusion amount for estates, and they made it permanent. So what does that mean for you? Well, the amount you can pass completely free of federal estate tax exposure went up. The amount is permanent. You can plan with a lot more confidence than you could have in the past. All of these questions and more, how you should go about handling your money, what's going on with inflation, all of the world affairs, everything that you're thinking about, Annex Wealth Management has you covered. They have a great team. Get started today. Go to annexwealth.com. Hit the Get Started button, get it rolling, get on all of the different things that have changed, what your family needs, and work with the team at Annex to meet your goals. They will handle your business. Again, annexwealth.com.
As much as Larry O'Brien wishes we were more supportive of his trophy's existence, I don't think it'll make any Did You Hear This segments. What will are some takes on Giannis. And we'll hear them next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Creating lasting impressions every season, every day. That's the Olsen Toon landscaping difference. Since 1997, Olsen Toon has been transforming outdoor spaces across Dane County. From landscaping and concrete to excavation and maintenance, they're your one team for everything outdoors, keeping your property looking its best year-round. With experienced professionals and a collaborative approach, every project is built around your vision. Ready to elevate your space? Let's get started. Head to olsentoon.com today.
Mark Tauscher here for Buckin' Honeys. Summer in Wisconsin is too good to spend indoors. And whether you're meeting the crew after work, grabbing dinner before the game, or just looking for a great patio spot, Buckin' Honeys has you covered. Their spacious patios are the perfect place to enjoy award-winning dishes, craft cocktails, and an easygoing atmosphere. Visit their locations in Sun Prairie, Monona, Waunakee, or Mount Horeb. Grab your people, find a spot on the patio, and make the most of summer at Buck and Honey's. We'll see you there.
In 1987, the Bucks took on the world and changed basketball forever.
At stake, basketball supremacy in the United States.
Bucks versus the World, narrated by Charlie Behrens, is the new season of Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. It's the untold story of the 1987 McDonald's Open, when the Bucks became the first NBA team to face the Soviet Union. Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get podcasts.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
I'm John Hayes, owner of Goodman's Jewelers. We've been at the heart of many magical moments, from engagements to weddings to sweet 16s. It warms my heart to be a part of these moments for 40 years with people I consider family. With the highest standards and an eye for classic beauty, enjoy a warm boutique setting at Goodman's Jewelers, where integrity shines in every gem. At 220 State Street, Goodman's Jewelers, the Diamond Store, Madison, since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
Looking to transform your home with stylish furniture and home accessories without breaking the bank? At your local IKEA in Oak Creek, they believe everyone deserves a beautiful and affordable living experience that enhances your everyday life. From comfortable and fashionable sofas and sectionals, to kitchens full of inspiration, to bedrooms designed to help you find your best sleep and relaxation, IKEA's home furnishing combines form and function to fit any lifestyle and budget. Visit IKEA Oak Creek today or explore their collection online at ikea.com/US.
This is our crew.
1-2 pitch to Churio as a fly ball to center, hit well, going back on it is Hill, track, wall, bye baseball!
This is 100.5 ESPN, Madison's home of the Brewers.
Wilde and Tausch rolls on. We'll talk to Aaron Popkey coming up to get a little more insight into why the Packers took the aggressive approach to speaking out against some of the flippant comments from Wisconsin U.S. Representative Scott Fitzgerald and his view of the Sports Broadcasting Act that's coming up. Aaron's always really insightful and helpful to us, even though he and I don't see eye to eye on some things. So we look forward to that. But first, a little round of Giannis-inspired Did You Hear This?
Consider it the radio version of a conversation at the water cooler. It's time for Did You Hear This? On Wilde and Tausch.
Everybody's got something to say on Giannis watch as we await.
What does Vincent Goodwill have to say?
Well, we already played something from him. We're good there. There's a D word that Michelle Smallman used on Unsportsmanlike when describing Giannis.
I think I know what it is.
Here's what she said.
This whole, I want to be here, but no, I don't. I love Milwaukee, but I want to win. And if I can't win here, well, I don't know. All of this that's been going on for quite some time, that has had a compounding effect. Is Giannis a diva? That's another thing you have to factor in, is the personality and the demands that would come along with it if he is to be brought into your organization, especially if you give up a ton to get him.
Michelle Smallman on Unsportsmanlike, weekday mornings starting at 5 a.m. Is Giannis being a diva?
Here's what I would say. I'm not going to call him a diva, but this Miles Turner talking about the airplane thing.
Unbelievable.
That's brutal. And I don't know. Giannis has not come out and refuted how that has shaken out. I don't know why Miles would make that up. I tend to believe that story is true. Wouldn't. So that's just incredibly selfish behavior, and you can't have that as an organization and as a team. So that really was the story. That I think we all agree he plays hard. He is a great competitor, all the things that you want. But as time elapses, you have to continue to check yourself to make sure you don't wreck your organizations. And sometimes players get so big that they can forget that. And it just feels as if this last couple of years, there's been frustration on Giannis's part for not winning and from not being able to stay healthy and all of those things. And you combine all of those things, it's just not a formula that wins. And if you want to call that divish, I'm not, because there's too many things that show you that he's not. But the last couple of years, it's just not been, it has not been a healthy coexistence, I guess would be the way I'd put it.
I don't have a problem with her calling him that. That airplane waiting for the plane and waiting for him story is not a good look, and it has not been refuted. I am also in that group that is just exhausted by this whole proxies and I didn't say this and I didn't say that, and doing interviews in which you want to make it sound like he just doesn't want to be the bad guy when this ends. And you say what you want about Aaron Rodgers, say what you want about Brett Favre, say what you want, but this is what happens when superstars leave their teams. And sometimes all is forgiven, other times ill will lingers. But just be transparent and let's be honest. And I don't feel like that's been the case. Let's do another one.
Who is the last
Did you hear this?
Star that has actually finished their career on good terms with the same team? Tim Duncan?
I got to give that some thought.
I think Tim Duncan.
Kobe?
Duncan was after Kobe.
NFL-wise, who's it been?
John Elway.
Those days are... Yeah, it might be John Elway. I can't think of anybody else. I mean, if Peyton Manning and Tom Brady didn't...
Right.
I would bet now that Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, they'll all end up somewhere else at some point.
Aaron Donald?
Yeah, but he's not even done. And Aaron Donald's a great player, but he's not a quarterback. He's not like, if you're asking random Joe Blows, I don't know if they're going to know who Aaron Donald is. People are going to know Tom Brady, Peyton Manning.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you got to be a star. It can't be Aaron Donald's a Hall of Fame player. Plus, I think he's coming back. Don't be shocked he comes back, people.
Did you hear this?
So Michelle Smallman hosts ESPN Radio's morning show right now. Jay Williams used to host ESPN Radio's morning show. He's an NBA analyst, knows a thing or two. And he describes the environment that Giannis would thrive in his next stop, wherever it may be.
I don't think you have to rearrange your franchise for Giannis. I think there is context that matter when a player is in an organization where they don't see eye to eye anymore. We've seen this happen multiple times with players and how they handle that stress. I do think Giannis would be better utilized when he has strong leadership, starting from a head coach and starting from a front office. And I think that has diminished. I'm not going to diminish Giannis's 50-point closeout game in an NBA championship and all of a sudden say this guy doesn't have it anymore.
It's Jay Williams on Get Up the other day. What do you make of his commentary that Giannis is best when he's in a franchise that has strong leadership?
Yeah, no blank. Like, isn't that where everybody's at? Like, don't you want strong leadership whatever organization you're in?
I mean, LeBron's been fine wherever he's gone.
Has he? He's upset every apple cart he's been in. And maybe if there was more stability and someone that could run the ship. The best place he's been has been Miami. What does that have? Strong leadership. He didn't like it. Somebody took away his cookies. And he didn't like it when he didn't get his cookies. So he said, I'm out of here. And since then, he's run the show everywhere he's been. And yeah, he's had an unbelievable career. But let's be honest. This is the all-time, besides Michael Jordan, he's the greatest player. And he's the most talented player we've ever seen. He's got 4 titles in 20-some-odd years. Now, he's been in the mix. Maybe
should rename the trophy for him.
If he had stayed in Miami and played and let Pat Riley and Spoelstra and that strong leadership, I'm going to tell you this. He's got more than 4 titles.
Yeah.
Period. Thin.
Mm-hmm. I will Tausch on that. All right, we're going to cut this short so we can get to Popkey. But first, I need to tell you about Steinhafels. And right now, Steinhafels Furniture and Mattress is celebrating America 250 with unbeatable savings for your home. Right now, take advantage of store-wide savings of up to 30%, plus earn a $250 MasterCard gift card, get it, $250, when you spend over $2,999 or more. From stylish sofas and bedroom sets to dining room collections and premium mattresses, this is the perfect time to refresh your home and save big while you do it. Don't miss the Steinhafels America 250 sale. You shop in-store or online anytime at steinhafels.com. Relax! It's Steinhafels. Aaron Popkey, the Packers' Director of Public Affairs, joins us next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
Imagine the peace of mind knowing your home or business is safe 24/7. I'm Jeffrey Beckman, president of J&K Security Solutions, and we provide security you can trust. Serving Madison and southern Wisconsin, J&K Security Solutions offers state-of-the-art home and business security systems tailored to your needs. From video surveillance to home and business automation, to find out how J&K Security can help secure what matters most in your life, visit jksecurity.com.
ESPN Madison and Zimbrick Honda are celebrating the area's best high school sports stories with the Game Changers of the Month. Follow ESPN Madison on social media to see the teams recognized for making a positive impact in the community. It's the Game Changers of the Month, presented by Zimbrick Honda.
Wisconsin, let's talk about something near and dear to my heart. Beer. Specifically, great beer. And if you haven't met Yuengling yet, allow me to introduce you. Yuengling is the oldest brewery in America, founded in Pottsville, PA in 1829. 197 years, 6 generations of family-owned brewing. Do you know how they became America's oldest brewery? By making great beer. This is a real American beer. Smooth, rich, and finally here in Wisconsin. So grab a Yuengling, raise a glass, and celebrate history the way it was meant to be celebrated, by drinking it. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and we're joined by IndyCar president Doug Boles. What is so enticing about having IndyCar at Road America as part of that schedule?
I think the biggest thing for us is just the history of the track, the uniqueness of the track. It's so long. It's got the elevation changes, long straightaways, challenging corners. You think about the kink and Canada corner and all the places that make it so historic. And I know it's just one of those tracks that no matter where you're from in the world, it is a top, not just in the U.S., but it's one of the top tracks in the world. So for IndyCar to be there is really special. A lot of history with IndyCar there over the last several decades. And actually, I took my SCCA driving school. My first licensed race was at Road America many moons ago, so even a personal connection for me getting back to Road America.
For all things Road America, you know where to go. It's roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
Mark Tauscher here, and you know I love a smart play from the pocket. That's why I joined UW Credit Union. With their mobile banking app, I can make smart plays from anywhere. And with rewards checking perks like early payday, I score my money sooner. Stop by any of their local branches or visit uwcu.org to join and make the smart play by becoming a UW Credit Union member like I did. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited, letting you know that Siding Unlimited installs Pella windows and doors. That's right, Siding Unlimited installs windows, and we do it really well. Earning the prestigious Pella Platinum Premier National Certified Contractor of the Year Award 5 times. New windows, our expert team will deliver on a smooth, hassle-free installation, making you feel proud of calling Siding Unlimited for your window project. What's the next step? Call 608-220-0005 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
It's nice to know some things are still made locally.
At Chalmers Jewelers, your custom jewelry is designed and handcrafted right here by local craftspeople.
No mass production, no sending your piece out, just real craftsmanship made right here in our community.
Custom jewelry,
designed locally,
crafted locally.
Only at Chalmers Jewelers.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Join the Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock, for Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Get the information you need as you plan for retirement. That's Retirement Income Strategies, Saturday and Sunday mornings at 7. Investment advisory services offered through Retirement Income Strategies, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
It's the summer of suspense for Giannis and the Bucks.
Miami Heat have been trying to get Giannis for months. They have been making offers to the Bucks for months. We have no deal.
Follow along right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
So, as I said in my one of my appearances on News 3 Now on one of the newscasts last night, one of the great things about this job is that 99% of the time it's about ball, right? It's either about what happened on the field or me telling the stories of the people that make those things happen on the field. But occasionally politics finds its way in. And the last couple days, I have been, once again, reminded why I don't particularly enjoy social media. This is a non-story. My favorite one was, if this had been a Democrat who had done this, I wouldn't have written anything or talked about it. No, when the Green Bay Packers, who notoriously do not, they bite their tongue a lot. When they speak out about something, it is significant. And I don't care if you are a Republican, a Democrat, or an alien, this would have been news. And now to help us understand it better, joining us on the Yuengling guest hotline, Yuengling, America's oldest beer, 197 years in America, and now in Wisconsin, DJ Yuengling and Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. It is the Packers Director of Public Affairs and a guy that I have known a very long time. Shares an affinity for Willie Porter's music, and then we disagree on a lot of things as well. It is Aaron Popkey on Wilde and Tausch. Aaron, good morning. How are you, buddy?
Hey, doing well, thanks. Good morning to you both. Tausch, how you doing? Looking good?
I'm doing well. Pop.
So, Aaron, help us understand. Let's just start by giving you the floor a little bit because, I mean, I've been accused of carrying water for you guys on this subject, and I think I have a pretty clear track record that you and I have butted heads despite our friendship about ticket prices and about whatever else. This one made a lot of sense to me, and I had no problem understanding why you guys did this. But help us understand. Scott Fitzgerald, a Wisconsin U.S. representative, made some dismissive remarks about your concerns about the conversations that are occurring around the 1961 Sports Broadcasting Act. Help us understand why the organization felt it was necessary to speak up.
Well, thanks for the opportunity to discuss the topic. I think the topic itself is crucially important to the Green Bay Packers. I mean, you all know, in recent times we've talked about how the league is changing, with respect to revenues and the other clubs, stadium development, all those things. And the SBA, as you all have discussed, I think you've gotten into it recently, is so fundamental to the model of the NFL that owners pool their media rights and then they share the revenues. It's a business model that is proven very, very effective for the NFL, allows a competitive level playing field, and each year teams can compete for championships. And it's proven to be that way for over 50 years now, coming up on 65 years. And when that model is being reviewed, I think it's incumbent upon the Packers, because we are in the smallest market, as you all know, to have a healthy skepticism over what the outcome could be. As you know, you mentioned politics, and Tausch, I know you too, are very aware of some unintended consequences that have happened over the years, with legislation. So when we see that this is being looked at, the model's being reviewed, we need to have healthy skepticism. And given where we are in the smallest market, we need to play out worst case scenarios. And could this be, whatever happens to this, could it end up being where the model on which we share revenue what if that goes away? And then the NFL, the owners, it changes so much that we can't agree on a model to share revenue. So we just need to play out that worst case scenario. And frankly, discussions are taking place, and we have uncertainty as to where this will go. There hasn't been a model that's been proposed or what those changes potentially could be. So we just need to operate with healthy skepticism and raise our concerns. And as you said, those concerns were responded to in a way that just seemed really dismissive. Now, I think that's where we're concerned, and we think Packers fans should be concerned too.
Has taking the more public initiative that you did, has it brought any conversations with Representative Fitzgerald and his people, and B, like and look, I'm not going to pretend, you know this stuff way better than I do. I'm not going to fake it here. It would seem to me that it's not unreasonable to look at the SBA and say, look, we just need to make sure that it is keeping up with the changes in how people consume sports and consume football. And so do we want it just in there that it also explicitly includes streaming or cable television or whatever else? Because none of those things were in existence in 1961. But the fundamental part of it about pooling the resources and sharing the revenue is so vital to your guys' existence that I understand why you don't want to mess with it. So has there been any, what has happened since you guys made the statement you did on Tuesday?
Well, we've definitely had conversations throughout. I mean, we've been talking about this. I mean, the NFL has been talking about this with the chairman's team, and we've been involved in those discussions. And as you know, we visit with lawmakers, local, state, federal level throughout the year, and have had discussions on this going back to when the interest was stated that this wanted to be reviewed and looked at. So we've had discussions and continue to have discussions, and even recently have had some discussions. And what we look forward to and hope to be able to do is to continue to have discussions at our level, specific to the Packers. And as you know, we're just one of 32 teams. The NFL continues to have discussions. And I think we certainly understand and saw what comments were made. I think what was told to us is that there is such confidence that whatever changes are looked at would not affect the revenue sharing. I mean, what was stated was they don't want to touch revenue sharing. Totally understand that that's crucial to a team, especially like the Packers. And, looking at perhaps changes that would do the things that you speak of, I think that there was so much confidence it wouldn't have that effect where those statements were made. We certainly don't have that confidence. So that's why when things were said that zero consideration was given to the Packers' concerns, or that our concerns were laughable because they didn't think any changes were affect us, I guess that's where we don't have the confidence, and certainly understand what they've said and where they want to go with this. But I think it's incumbent upon us, with all the challenges that we have as a small market team, that any changes to the structure that allows us to generate revenue and then share that revenue with some uncertainty around that, with no plans or where that could go. I mean, we need to raise those concerns. And, as you said, it just seemed dismissive the way they were trying to say, well, they shouldn't have concerns. Well, I guess we have a fundamental difference in opinion there. We're going to respectfully disagree there that we need to be concerned until further conversations play out. And we want to be a part of those conversations that we can have at our level, at the Packers, along with conversations that the NFL is going to have with the chairman and the committee.
So, Aaron, who wanted to open this back up? Did this come from all of these streaming packages and the windows, whether it's the Wednesday night Netflix? Did legislators want to open this up? Because to me, the NFL, when back in the 60s when this happened, the big market teams understood it, because it could have been real easy for them to say, no, we're not going to share this, like you see in baseball and some other things. the league as a whole, I would think, should be pretty content with the growth and everything. So where does this all start? Where did it stem from on opening this thing up?
Well, I can't speak to the intentions. I think we've all seen what was said, certainly by the chairman and other members of the committee. What was said at the hearing was they don't necessarily want to look at totally upending things, but look to things that you just stated. Let's, as the NFL said, that what has evolved with the broadcast deals is we're meeting the fans where they're at. The vast majority of the games are still over-the-air broadcasts, 100% in the home markets here in Green Bay and in Milwaukee, including, the entire district of the congressmen. And then outside of the home markets, 87% of the games are there. And then what's evolved in the spirit of the SBA is meeting fans where they're at with these other platforms. The streaming ones you mentioned, it was on broadcast forever, and then it went to added ESPN in the 80s, and now we've got these other platforms. But, in reality, when you see the reach of these other platforms, the game is becoming more available to the fans who now get their programming from those platforms. Netflix and Amazon Prime are in over 80 million homes in the U.S. ESPN is in 50 million homes. So by actually going to those other platforms, it's becoming more available. And the vast majority of the games are still over broadcast TV. I think that's what the NFL has stated, and they want to keep it that way. And we see what is said. Again, spoken to the chairman's team and hear what they are saying. I think we still have a respectful disagreement on revenue sharing and how that agreement is in place in the NFL. You've been speaking about this the last couple of days. This act and the structure that followed from it allows revenue to be generated through the pooling of the resources and gives the ownership confidence to share those revenues in a way that's good for the league. And what we haven't seen is a plan of how they would say what they want to do with bringing it up to speed. And they've said that too. They want to recognize where viewing habits are. But without a plan, without knowing what's going to be there, as a team in the smallest market, we need to have healthy skepticism and simply have those concerns and want to continue to make sure certainly our fans are aware of that, but have those concerns as we continue to have these discussions.
But Pop, from the NFL standpoint, are all, and I guess you can't ever say all 32 teams are going to agree on everything, but does everybody still agree that this model is the right way amongst the 32 teams? Or is it there are some owners that maybe think, maybe with this change in how revenue is coming in, we need to start looking at how we pool? Or is everybody still on board?
Well, that is the great question that's asked. We simply don't know that. And that's the concern we bring up to those on the committee and respectfully to the chairman. And we continue to say that even in recent days, that just that unknown. I mean, they say they don't want to deal with revenue sharing. They understand that revenue sharing is important to all the clubs. And our model that, again, has made us the most popular sport and gives us that competitive playing field. That model, the way the revenue is generated and then shared, if that is adjusted, what you say could be a worst case scenario. We need to play out the worst case scenarios. That's incumbent upon us with all the headwinds that we are potentially facing. What if that model changed so much where the revenue is different, it is generated differently, and a club, big market clubs could say exactly what you just said. Maybe we don't want to do that anymore. So those are the things that we continue to ask and want to be skeptical about. And if there's confidence there, that's not going to be affected. I guess it just wasn't necessarily stated in a way that seemed dismissive. So I mean that we just need to maintain that healthy skepticism.
So, talking with Aaron Popkey, the Director of Public Affairs for the Packers. All right, so, Aaron, I have obviously a unique perspective. My grandparents got season tickets 80-some years ago at State Fair Park in Milwaukee. I worked for a Madison-based newspaper where, for example, when Tausch was blocking for Aaron Rodgers in the old Texas Stadium when he came in for an injured Brett Favre, that was during the era that the NFL Network was in its infancy, and fans in Madison couldn't get that on their cable system yet. So they didn't get to see that game because, as you correctly pointed out, the two markets that are designated as home markets, and I don't even know how many other NFL teams have two. I think there might be one other one.
I don't believe so.
It's Milwaukee and Green Bay Fox City. So what has also been a flashpoint for fans is that with 2 games on Netflix and 2 on Amazon Prime, if you're not in Milwaukee and the Green Bay Fox Cities, if you don't have those streaming services, you better get them if you want to watch those Packers games. And I think that has gotten a lot of fans' ires up. When you look at where streaming is going, what are the challenges to make sure that you are not blind to the frustrations that maybe those portions of the fan base are feeling?
Well, I think those are good questions, and certainly those have been asked, and that's part of this discussion. Yeah, the members of the committee have talked about that. I think other efforts, other initiatives have discussed that. I know the NFL is talking with lawmakers over those questions, and we are certainly one of 32, and the structure and model that's there is something that we're certainly a part of it at that level. I think what the NFL has said, and even members of the committee have said, is viewing habits have evolved, and they want to update things along with those. The NFL, the way they've gone about putting together their programming has evolved with those. And as I mentioned earlier, the numbers of some of these platforms are more, the reach is greater than cable television. So I think these things all evolve, and I think those are questions that'll continue to be discussed. And what we would like to do is make sure we're part of those discussions, have that discussion, and make sure there's clear understanding of what our concerns are, and certainly we appreciate confidence that's there, but I think that confidence could be stated in ways that doesn't mean, that isn't necessarily dismissive. I mean, we need to have this healthy skepticism, as I stated earlier. So all those questions will be discussed.
And you understand, politically, Tammy Baldwin is a Democrat. She is a senator. She proposed the For the Fans Act, in which essentially she wanted each state to be viewed as a home market. So everyone in, say, Wisconsin would be able to watch on over-the-air television those streaming games. I understand what the streaming platforms want, right? They want to give you a reason to sign up for their streaming platform. They're in the business of making money. They want subscribers. If I'm a Packers fan, I want to watch my team, I'm going to subscribe because I don't want to miss that big game against the Rams on Thanksgiving Eve, that newly made-up holiday. I get all of it. I just think it's really interesting that you guys have to figure out a way to placate your fans who care so deeply about this team and understand that you are part of 32, that maybe not everything is going to be what you're looking for. My question, to let you go, is does the commissioner fully understand and support the smallest market in his league needing to have this skepticism? Does he understand where you and Ed Policy and this organization are different and unique than the other 31 teams?
I believe he does. I mean, we're in the smallest market, but there are other small markets. I mean, you look at Buffalo, you look at Cincinnati, you look at Jacksonville. Those are all good questions, and you spoke to it yourself, that the model supports this business and supports the media rights that get pooled and then sold. If there are aspects of this that change that model or force a change to the model, I think those are the uncertainties that I think everybody is concerned about. So it's that uncertainty that we need to be skeptical about. And if the business model, I mean, as you said, the model is such where there's great demand for our product, to put it in business terms, and that allows that business model to support revenue growth and the evolution of how that product is being consumed and viewed, that needs to be part of the consideration. And it definitely is at the league level. And if that changes that model with which revenue is generated, I mean, those are all the questions and the uncertainties we need to just continue to be vigilant about. We need to have a strong vigilance over these matters that could potentially affect the business model, so much so where it changes. And again, that is a worst case scenario, but that's what we have to watch for. And if those who are taking a look at this model have enough confidence that it's not going to upset the way the revenue is generated and then shared, well, that, we need to see the details behind that wouldn't affect that way. And we would ask not to be so dismissive of our concerns.
Say hi to the
the way that confidence is expressed seems very dismissive.
Well, tell the chairman we say hello. I am thankful to John Underwood for having taught me about the three-legged stool, because it's still, as Tausch loves a good analogy, it is as good as it gets when it comes to understanding what allows the Packers to function the way they do. We will let you get back to the important matters that you have to deal with. Thanks for making time for us, and we'll go see Willie Porter play sometime soon.
Well, that sounds great. Good to see you both. Thanks for the opportunity, Tausch. And heck, you remember this from you were worried about blitz pickup when Bob Harlan and then Mark Murphy continued to make sure the Packers were in a good place as one of 32. So the model's evolved. We need to continue to make sure the Packers have their place within it.
That is Aaron Popkey. He joins us on the Yuengling guest hotline. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, now in Wisconsin. DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly. We'll unpack a little bit of what Pop had to say next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
Mark Tosher here for Olson Toon. Well, first impressions matter, and your outdoor space is often the first thing people see. And since 1997, Olson Toon has been helping homeowners and businesses across Dane County create and maintain outdoor spaces. From landscaping and concrete to excavation and year-round maintenance, they're your team for everything outdoors. Ready to elevate your property? Contact Olson Toon today and learn more at olsontoon.com. Creating lasting impressions every season, every day. That's the Olson Toon difference.
Rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by Steinhoffels. Shop Steinhoffels America 250 sale. Save up to 30%, plus get a $250 MasterCard when you spend $2,999. Only at Steinhoffels. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. No school has produced more Stanley Cup champions than the Wisconsin Badgers. Keandre Miller of the Carolina Hurricanes is now the 15th Wisconsin player who will see his name etched on the most iconic trophy in sports. The Hurricanes won their second Stanley Cup in franchise history by shutting out the Vegas Golden Knights in a series-clinching Game 6 on Sunday night. Miller is the first Badgers player to be part of a Stanley Cup championship team since Ryan McDonough with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2020 and 2021.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
It happens without warning. And when it's a truck crash, everything changes. Trucking and insurance companies know how to protect themselves after a crash. Call Gruber Law Offices and let us protect your rights. Never take on the insurance company alone. We've got the knowledge, skills, and resources to fight and win. And you pay nothing up front to get the help you need. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Mike, what's one of the most important questions people should be asking about metal roofing?
It should be, who's doing the installation? It takes focus, precision, and technical experience.
We'll answer all your questions.
After all, we are masters of metal roofing.
I'm Mike.
And Mary Sweta. Enjoy the long-lasting architectural strength and beauty of a Sweta metal roof.
SWITA metalroofing.com.
Sweta Metal Roofing, the last roof you'll ever need.
ESPN Wisconsin celebrates Wilde and Tausch's 10-year anniversary, presented by Steinhoffels.
Our very first guest, Aaron Rodgers. Give us an over-under on what number would you set for how many shows we do together?
Daily, 52 weeks a year. I'm going to say you do about 230.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary is also brought to you by Sendix, by Outdoor Living Unlimited, by Gruber Law Offices, and by Events by Design.
People travel the world to collect Hard Rock shirts, and Hard Rock Casino Rockford is going to give the people what they want. Get in on the action at Hard Rock Casino Rockford, where all new Unity card signups receive an official Hard Rock shirt, plus free play to kickstart a winning streak. Whether you're spinning the slots or playing the tables, you'll be dressed for success. Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Let's Hard Rock. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or text ILGAMB to 833-234.
Hello, I'm John Hayes, the owner of Goodman's Jewelers. It's been my pleasure to serve this community from this incredible store for over 4 decades. We stand upon high standards and classic traditions, pillars like honesty and integrity. Stop into Goodman's Jewelers, the longest-standing full-service jewelry store in the heart of Madison at 220 State Street. Goodman's Jewelers, the diamond store of Madison since 1933.
The best is at Goodman's.
It's the summer of suspense for Giannis and the Bucks.
From what I'm hearing, this can drag on into free agency. This can drag on until July.
Follow along right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Thanks to Aaron Popkey for giving us the Packers' reasoning for why they came out so strongly about Scott Fitzgerald's remarks. I don't want to spend more time on this because I understand some of you find it boring. I do think the one thing that is worth emphasizing is that, while Aaron didn't say this, I think the flashpoint for this is the number of games that have moved to streaming, that are in midweek games, the Thanksgiving Eve game. Like, again, I understand why streaming platforms want live sports.
It's only going to get worse.
Right.
There's only going to be more games on.
Right. And so I understand why people are frustrated by it. And to me, that's the one part of this. And I'm not saying that the NFL brought this upon themselves, but I kind of am, because I'm not going to stand here and defend the NFL's greed. Okay? I think they are. I think they're greedy. But, of course, that's their job, is to make money.
Yeah, what do you want them to do? If you ain't growing, you're dying. True. It's just the way it is.
Again, I think that there are...
You want them to say, no. We're going to take less money and we'll stick with... we'll put it on PBS? Like, come on, guys. That's just not going to happen.
And the other issue, and I think this is what...
Jim Lehrer as a play-by-play guy could be good.
PBS Plus.
Yeah, no, you know they would. You know PBS wouldn't just
the Magic School Bus Altcast.
They'd start their own streaming. Like, then PBS would make money on it. So let's just, all right, continue.
I think the greatest issue is that, and it's one thing if you live in
Sesame Street Remix. That could be something on PBS. Continue. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Yeah, I'd appreciate it. I'm a
Big Bird and Oscar the Grouch on the call with Elmo on the sidelines would be a heck of a broadcast.
Snuffleupagus would be the sideline guy. You imagine that big old tusk, and he's got the mic in there, and he's whipping it out, and he ends up whipping somebody in the head. Jordan Love, how'd it go? What the? Stand back, man. I don't need you up so close. Snuffleupagus.
Cookie Monster studio anchor.
You know Jason wants to do a Kermit the Frog, but he's pissed, so he won't do it. You know he does.
go back to Cookie Monster back in the studio for a PBS Today update.
Miss Piggy? Get Miss Piggy out there?
She wasn't on PBS. That was the Muppet Show. That's a different thing.
You don't think the Muppets ever were on PBS? Jason, here's what I'd say, and I know we're going to put a bow on this.
Yeah, I'd love to. You guys, I don't think you appreciate how... Never mind.
Oh,
yeah, go ahead. Put a bow on it.
What don't we appreciate?
Public broadcasting is important. It is important. And there have been major cuts to it. So if we could stop making jokes about it, that would be great.
No, but my point is, if it's on PBS, PBS would put a streaming service and try to get that's my point. So where people are dismissive of Aaron Popkey's doing his job. The Packers are doing their job. They're protecting their interests. Mm-hmm. And I asked the question about the owners because I told you during the CBA negotiations, if you don't think that the New York owners and Jerry Jones wouldn't love to get an advantage by taking all of that revenue and not pooling it and just dividing it by individual markets, a la Major League Baseball, you're not paying attention.
Crazy. Yep.
And it would be a malpractice of monster proportions if Aaron Popkey and Ed Policy and everybody up there isn't staying vigilant on top of vigilant. You should be thankful as a Packer fan that people are fighting on that, because if they go where that revenue doesn't get distributed in an even way amongst 32 teams, this league is going to be in the same spot as baseball is. And maybe you could say, well, that's great. Well, by the way, how's baseball going? Is everybody getting free Brewers TV games, or are you signing up on Brewers.com and paying a fee? Like, you have to look at this thing in a big picture way. And for as much as there's some things that I think the NFL are doing, it's like, all right, what is unfortunate, and I think this is your frustration, the fans are not at the top of mind when they're doing this. And I thought, Aaron's saying, well, we have to go where fans, all right. Yeah. You have to go where you're generating revenue. Let's just call it what it is. And that's okay. Just say that, because that is the reality. And then you figure out the question to me, and you asked this, how do we get where the state of Wisconsin gets games over broadcast TV? Because now there's other issues other than this broadcast act that the NFL better be paying attention to. The antitrust exemption, that's a big one you better be paying attention to. There's other things that are in play that streaming, the old forefathers didn't see Netflix coming. The forefathers of the NFL.
Right.
How this all gets worked out is incredibly important for the longevity of the NFL, but in particular, and this is where Pop did a great job of pounding it in everybody that's listening's head, the Packers are the 32nd team when it comes to this. They need this. That's why they're so vigorously defending it. And I assure you, people are concerned that owners in these big markets, the Stan Kroenkes and other people, wouldn't love to say, no. I'm putting all this money in for a stadium. I need a bigger piece of the pie. And that's where the Packers are going to fight tooth and nail to make sure that pie is evenly distributed. And if they need to do that, they are doing it, and good on them for doing it. That doesn't mean that the fans are being taken care of in the best way.
Correct.
Because you're going to be paying more. That's the reality. I think I just buttoned that up in a 2-minute segment. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Let's go to the count. How many minutes behind to start the 11 o'clock hour are we?
No, that's good.
One.
Now, is the count part of PBS Plus or not?
The count is part of Sesame Street. Miss Piggy,
Roadshow,
the Muppet
right?
Show.
Is it Antiques Roadshow?
Bob Ross.
I'm starting to think the NFL, if they're smart here, they could get where every
You don't
state,
need to hop on a plane or board a cruise ship to feel like you've escaped, and God knows I want to escape right about now, and I could just swing into Milwaukee and Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Start with the state. The biggest hotel rooms in Milwaukee, nearly 500 beautifully designed rooms and luxury suites that are perfect for a weekend reset, a date night, or celebrating something big. And if you're hungry, there are so many options. Dream Dance Steakhouse, The Marketplace, Rock and Brews, Canal Street Cafe, Ruyi Asian Kitchen, Cream City Coffee Company, food and drink specials happening all the time. And they've got great spaces for weddings, birthdays, or anniversaries as well. Elite play. Luxury stay, bet on flavor at Potawatomi Casino Hotel. The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch starts in 2 minutes, so stick around.
Don't go anywhere. Another hour of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin, is coming up next on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Mark Tauscher here, and take it from me, the best game nights start with pizza. Try the new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, featuring crispy baked Parmesan on the crust for a golden cheesy crunch in every bite. For a limited time, get a medium one-topping crispy Parm Pan for just $10, or make it a large for just $3 more. Order online at pizzahut.com or download the Pizza Hut app to order and find more great deals. The new crispy Parm Pan Pizza, available now at Pizza Hut. And remember, no one out-pizzas the Hut.
This is Badger basketball coach Greg Gard.
Wisconsin wins the Big Ten.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good morning, Madison and streamers everywhere. I'm Jesse Nelson. Sports Center brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Live streaming of your favorite ESPN Wisconsin shows. Easy access to ESPN Madison on YouTube. Daily podcast so you don't ever miss a second. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. The Milwaukee Brewers, a season-high 19 games over 500 after a 9-4 victory over the Cleveland Guardians last night at American Family Field. Home runs for Christian Yelich and Jackson Chourio. First career big league hit for Cooper Pratt, all in last night's contest. Brewers go for the sweep this afternoon, 1:10 first pitch in Milwaukee. Pre-game coverage starts at 12:35 right here on Madison's home of Milwaukee Brewers baseball, 100.5 ESPN. If the game goes a full 3 hours, we may start Molly and Jim on ESPN Madison a little bit late. On the radio, you can catch it exclusively streaming on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel, depending on the length of the Brewers game. Stay tuned. Meanwhile, football. What's the one addition the Packers still need to make this offseason before the team reconvenes for training camp in late July? ESPN's Aaron Schatz answers that at ESPN.com.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com. Three-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year, Jason Wilde.
Joining us now is the Green Bay Packers' new head coach, Matt LaFleur on Wilde and Tausch.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher.
Matt LaFleur, Matt Nagy, and Matt Patricia. Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach not named Matt? No, I'm sorry.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio at ESPN Madison.
Who is the most famous non-NFC North head coach named Matt? Matt Damon, Matt Ryan, somebody else.
And celebrating 10 great years on ESPN Wisconsin.
Can you repeat that question?
Sorry.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
The 11 o'clock hour of Wilde and Tausch begins now. We're going to have our Trivia Tournament of Champions coming up next. But Jesse's got some breaking Brewers news.
Quinn Priester, who was one of the winningest pitchers for the Milwaukee Brewers last year, is going to be out for the year now. Announced this morning. They're removing a rib.
Ugh.
Isn't that how we got Eve?
Back in the day, yeah, I think all humans kind of started that way, per reports. Yeah, after meeting
Genesis.
This is from Kurt Hogue. After meeting with Dr. Pearl, Quinn Priester has decided to undergo season-ending first rib removal surgery. He expects to be out 8 to 10 months before being back to 100%. So he is done for the year. Quinn Priester, who has yet to pitch this year for the Brewers.
He's good, right? We like him.
Yes, he was very good last year. That was one of the guys when we were talking about getting starting pitching back to bolster the depth of the rotation for the playoffs. He was a guy that I think a lot of people were pointing to that would be a nice arm to have.
Got to go get Skubal now.
So, yeah, I mean, that opens up a conversation, no doubt about it, but he is out for the year.
Have a conversation. Let's get a conversation about a conversation.
All right, Jesse, what's today's matchup in the trivia tournament?
So today we go back to the same name region where last week Dan in Brothertown in our first contest defeated Dan in Cambria. Today Matt Coonan takes on Matt in West Bend in our Wilde and Tausch Trivia Tournament of Champions.
Big showdown. All right, we will have that. Those two square off coming up. And it was Dan in Brothertown who advanced, right, last week.
That is correct.
And then, so we got some matchups going all throughout as we lead into our big 10th anniversary celebration. So we will have more of these, but today we are back in the same name region. Matt in West Bend taking on Matt Coonan, who, like Tausch, used to sing, "I got friends in low places, and I don't like sausage races," or whatever that was. Mm-hmm. Before we can do that, I need to tell you about Associated Bank and all the great perks that come with being Associated Bank customer. Now, remember, if you're not gung-ho on the Brewers, maybe you're a bigger Badgers fan, you want to show your Cardinal and White support. Maybe you're obviously a Packers fan if you listen to this show most of the time. Maybe you want to show the G&G with your checking account from Associated Bank. But right now it is Brewers season, and you get so many great perks with your Brewers checking, from 20% off at the Brewers team store to up to 50% off home game tickets, and all kinds of other savings, like for the famous racing sausages, which, Garth Brooks may not like them, but a lot of other people do. And they certainly like the 5K and 10K and saving money on registering for that or for the Brewers Baseball Academy. Go to AssociatedBank.com/Brewers to find out more. Our next round, or still first round matchup of the Trivia Tournament of Champions is next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Call today, 855-PELLA-WI, and online at PellaWI.com/radio.
Mark Tauscher here, and all summer long, you know what beverage you'll find in my hand when enjoying some time outdoors. That'll be the cool, refreshing taste of an ice-cold Coors Light. At a baseball game in Milwaukee, grilling in the backyard, out on the golf course, every experience goes from good to great with a Rocky Mountain cold Coors Light. Coors Light is brewed with a 3-step cold process, cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged, so it's actually made to chill. The mountains on Coors Light's cold-activated bottles and cans turn blue. That's when you know it is chilled to perfection, which, besides the refreshing taste, is my favorite thing about drinking Coors Light. Refreshingly cold and only 102 calories, Coors Light is made to chill. Celebrate responsibly. Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado.
You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
A strong team makes all the difference, and Everlight Solar just expanded theirs. Everlight now offers roofing and exterior services for homeowners dealing with storm damage. From the first call to the final repair, Everlight quickly handles everything under one roof. When your roof takes a hit, you've got a team behind you. Start today at EverlightRoofing.com. That's EverlightRoofing.com. Everlight, powering through any storm. A proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
All day, every day, the Carbless Talk and Text line is open for you. 844-770-3776. The Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more.
ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and we're joined by IndyCar president Doug Boles. What is so enticing about having IndyCar at Road America as part of that schedule?
I think the biggest thing for us is just the history of the track, the uniqueness of the track. It's so long. It's got the elevation changes, long straightaways, challenging corners. You think about the kink and Canada corner and all the places that make it so historic. And I know it's just one of those tracks that no matter where you're from in the world, it is a top, not just in the U.S., but it's one of the top tracks in the world. So for IndyCar to be there is really special. A lot of history with IndyCar there over the last several decades. And actually, I took my SCCA driving school. My first licensed race was at Road America many moons ago. So even a personal connection for me getting back to Road America.
For all things Road America, you know where to go. It's roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Ford and Metro Kia of Madison. Find the Metro family of auto dealers online or see them in person on the east side of Madison today.
Trent here from Canopy Wealth Management. We're often asked, when's the right time to work with a financial advisor? The answer is always simple, now. Whether you're building wealth, nearing retirement, or already retired, the Canopy team can help you gain clarity around your goals, resources, and path to financial independence. Canopy Wealth Management. Care, competence, clarity. It's not just a tagline, it's our promise. Get started at canopy-wealth.com.
Paid for by Canopy Wealth Management. Canopy Wealth Management is registered as an investment advisor with the SEC.
Mark Tauscher here for Chalmers Jewelers. I've been a big fan of Scott Garrett and the whole team at Chalmers Jewelers for years now. I go there, my friends go there, and most importantly, my wife loves it whenever I get her something from Chalmers Jewelers. It's my go-to spot for birthdays, anniversaries, and any special occasion. For quality jewelry and a great experience, choose Chalmers Jewelers, the place to go for that perfect gift. Stop at Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton and Madison.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
Wilde and Tausch on 100.5 ESPN is brought to you by Everlight Solar. Save money, save the planet. Everlight Solar.
It is time now. Presented by PBS and Events by Design. The Wilde and Tausch Trivia Tournament of Champions and our latest first round matchup.
Wilde and Tausch's 10th anniversary presented by Steinhoffels. Nostalgia?
It's the best sports show in the state. It has been since 2016. It will continue to be. It's not even remotely close.
Appreciation.
I'm happy that with our partners and with our fans, we're able to kind of celebrate this.
Fun.
It's clear that you guys have done an unbelievable job of appealing to fans, partners, not as much teammates.
And competition.
The greatest of all time.
16 champions enter, but only one will achieve true greatness. This is the Wilde and Tausch Trivia Tournament of Champions, brought to you by Events by Design. For over 25 years, Events by Design has helped organizations create seamless, unforgettable events that leave a lasting impression. Search online Events by Design. We design, you party.
Let's welcome in our two first-round combatants. First of all, it is Matt in West Bend. Matt, good morning. How are you?
Doing well. Congratulations on 10 years, guys.
Thank you very much, buddy. Thank you for your support and loyalty to the program. And in the same name region, taking on Matt in West Bend, is Matty Coonan. Matthew, good morning. How are you?
Morning. Good. Morning, Matt. Good morning.
Not so much for
like
sausage races. Yeah. See how friendly it stays. Yeah.
I like
all right. So, Jesse, you're going to flip a coin, or you already flip? What's the coin situation?
So since you scolded me last week, we have our coin here. We are going to flip it now.
On camera, thank you.
Can we do, hey, Jesse, can we do a Saved by the Bell trivia where you say Belding or Turtle for heads or tails? At least bring something. Just I know that would be favoring Matt Coonan a little bit, but just for fun?
Nope. We're not going to do that.
All right.
Heads will go to Matt in West Bend. Tails will go to Matt Coonan. The coin is flipped. It is tails. So Matt Coonan gets his choice of Jason's questions or Tausch's
We want the ball.
questions.
We're going to score.
Matty Coonan, quick question. Name of the guy that ran the beach club.
Oh, that's Leon Carosi.
Yes, it is. You know it is. And who is his daughter, and what show did she end up being a lead actress on?
That's Stacy Carosi, Leah Remini, King of Queens.
God, he's the best. He's the best. Those were not trivia questions. Just so
those are my 2 points,
so
right?
Good. You should get 2, but I don't know if Jesse's running a tight.
All right, you won the coin.
Jesse Spano.
Okay. Hey, Belding. Matt.
Rod or Rich?
Matt Coonan won the toss, so he gets to pick. Does he want my questions or Tausch's questions? Gee, I wonder which he'll pick.
Yeah, didn't see that coming.
God, I wish this was Saved by the Bell so bad. Get out of my school.
Are you done?
I'm not sure. Something might pop in, and I might just throw it out.
All right, so Jesse, who goes first now?
That means Matt and West Bend will go first.
All right, Matt and West Bend. It's you and me, buddy. Question number 1 is this. In the sports current events category, which of these recent champions experienced the longest drought between winning a title in its respective sport? Is it the NHL's Carolina Hurricanes, the NBA's New York Knicks, or NCAA men's basketball's Michigan Wolverines?
We'll go B.
Indeed, the Knicks, 53 years. Correctamundo.
Good run. Good run. All right, Matt. This is the Wisconsin Badgers category. In which of these years did the Wisconsin men's basketball team most recently advance to the Sweet 16 in the round of the NCAA tournament? Was it 2024, 2017, or 2015?
2017.
Yes, sir. Beat the Nova Knicks. Beat the Nova Knicks that day. Pretty good. Bronson Koenig. Bam. Boom.
Question 2, Matt in West Bend. Finish these song lyrics. This is from the song lyrics category.
Oh, boy.
Should have had Tausch do this one today.
From the 1976 hit single from the band Queen. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't know how to hit the right notes on this, Jesse.
Well, I can do it.
That's what I was hoping for.
Right.
Turn it over to Jesse to sing the lyrics.
Somebody, please can anybody find me? Blank.
Fill in the blank. Is it somebody to lean on, somebody to love, or somebody tonight?
Somebody to love.
Oh, he almost should get an extra point for singing, but I know that's not how this goes.
If only it had been the theme song to Saved by the Bell.
Yes, indeed. All right, Matt, this is under presidents, U.S. presidents. Who was the president of the United States for the full duration of World War I, which began in 1917, with the sinking of the Lusitania as the starting point? Is it Harry Truman, Woodrow Wilson, or Theodore Roosevelt?
I'll go with Harry Truman.
Truman up. No. Tough one. Woodrow Wilson. Woodrow Wilson. Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Oh, boy.
Because Tausch is the king of altering our plans, we are to question 3. At this moment, Matt in West Bend, is this kind of like...
No, he can knock out. We're gonna, because of how last week played out.
Okay.
We're gonna let him.
Just want to make
Matt
sure.
Kunin out. If he gets it, Matt Kunin is done.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
Is this kind of like when you play? Is it skins in golf?
You got to validate. I don't know.
Well, you win the hole. You don't win the hole. What is that?
Really a
I
word
don't know
association
where
game
you're
there.
going with that. So yeah, we'll just let you
like
run it.
you win 3 and 2, like in the Ryder Cup. Like you win with certain
that's
number
different
holes.
than skins. So yeah,
That's why I asked. Hey, that's why I asked. That's
Well,
not why I
you can
said
get
it
dismissive
definitively.
about PBS, but I can't get dismissive when you said the wrong game. Come on.
I asked you though.
Nah,
I wasn't
did ya?
being. I wasn't making jokes about the importance of children's television workshop. All right, here we go. This is your chance, Matt in West Bend, to knock out Matt Kunin and lock up a berth in the quarterfinals. Question number 3. In the category of Green Bay Packers, which Packers fullback caught the first touchdown pass thrown by Aaron Rodgers as the Green Bay Packers starting quarterback in his first game of the 2008 season? Was that fullback John Kuhn, Aaron Ripkowski, or Corey Hall?
Oh my gosh. Was Kuhn there? I don't think Kuhn was there yet, was he? Corey Hall.
Oh.
I don't know how these were power ranked heading into the tournament, but obviously Matty Kunin has had quite a run over the years on our program.
Great tweeter. Hall of Fame tweeter.
Not a Hall of Fame historian, because he do we now again. I
dead.
asked
It's
this
over.
because I
No, it's
haven't.
done.
So you don't even
Yeah.
play the
Game's
final
over.
hole. For
Game's
him.
over.
It's over. It's a good
He's
run.
out.
Yep. Got knocked out.
Matt Kunin, how do you feel about that? Would you like the third question, nevertheless, just for fun?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. I'll be happy to read it on Tausch's behalf.
Well, no, actually, I'm trying to come up with a save by the bell since the question doesn't relate and he can't win.
Oh,
I'm actually
yeah,
trying
Tausch,
to
can I ask
stump
you one instead?
Yes,
Instead of doing one, can I ask you a Save by the Bell trivia question?
Absolutely. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So in Good Morning, Miss Bliss, when Zach was trying to get into the club that was giving him a jacket, what was the name of that club? The two older kids.
I'm not a bit. I didn't study as much the Miss Bliss era. Yeah. Indiana was where the school was. That's where I was hoping you were going to ask. I don't know.
One.
Yeah, I'm going to get this one wrong. What is it?
It's the Rigmas.
Can't believe you didn't know that.
What was the band that they got in and he started getting? No, what was the band that Zach was in? And he.
Do you guys want to do a digi only about Saved by the Bell? Do you want to set that up for later?
Yes, I would actually, for sure. What was the name of that band though, Matt?
I don't remember. I don't remember. It sang Friends Forever.
Friends Forever. Yeah, that's true. And then they sold the buddy bracelets and everything else.
I hate to interrupt this Saved by the Bellapalooza. Matt, we appreciate your loyalty to the show, but you are donezo. Goodbye. Adios.
Bye.
You've been eliminated. Thank you for playing.
Thanks for the 10 years, guys. Love you.
He's just like Rod.
Love you guys.
He came in and they threw him out. He said, enough, Rod. Get out of my school. Get out of my Tournament of Champions trivia contest. The Rod Belding effect.
It feels like one of those stories in sports where the focus, instead of being on the team that won, is on the team that lost. So let's give Matt in West Bend his just desserts and celebrate his victory. Matt, in honor of you having dismissed and dispatched of the other Matt, I am going to ask you the bonus question because it's a fun question that I would like for everyone to get to enjoy, even though this game is over. Would you be willing to answer it? It will not be held against you in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
So question 4 for you. Which of Jesse's family members appeared on the show in 2021 and selected Levi in Stevens Point as the winner of the Best Fan Speech Contest, allowing Levi to take Jason's place at Jesse's wedding? Was that arbiter Jesse's wife, Becca, Jesse's mom, Susan, or Jesse's dad, George? By the way, the category is Wilde and Tausch history.
Oh. I don't think Becca wanted to come on the air. I think I'm going to go with Jesse's mom.
Mm-hmm. I would agree. I thought it was Jesse's mom, too.
Oh, my dad, Usher George came on to do that. Yeah.
Just wait. Whoa. Your mom, when we were at a remote, your mom came on the show.
Yeah, that was at Fleet Farm in Muskego.
She was also yelling at us from the cheap seats.
That was a legendary, forgettable 11 o'clock hour of that remote.
That was something. Was something.
Cookies and milk, though.
There you go.
Holidays.
All right, Matt, you advance to the next round. We appreciate your savviness in trivia. We also appreciate your loyalty to the show, buddy. We will see you in the quarters. Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. Matty Kuhn is a class act. And love you guys.
He is indeed.
That's what it's all about. Winning with a lot of grace and having some empathy for Matty Kuhn. And that's what this Tournament of Champions is all about.
A lot of respect in that matchup.
No question. It's great.
Definitely a lot of respect, mutual respect and appreciation. And we have a lot of appreciation for the folks at Events by Design who have been so supportive of our 10th anniversary celebration. And if you are planning a high-level event, and we know it can feel overwhelming, but it doesn't have to feel that way, because for over 25 years, Events by Design has helped organizations create seamless, unforgettable events that leave a lasting impression. Their team has been part of incredible experiences across Southeast Wisconsin, including helping us out with our big 10th anniversary celebration in Green Bay later this summer. What sets Events by Design apart is simple. They bring fresh ideas, careful planning, and expert execution to every event they touch. So whether you're building culture with an appreciation party, you're hosting a brand activation, you're planning your next gala, or you're pulling off a major industry event, Events by Design can help minimize your stress. So you can start designing your next event today. All you got to do is search online, Events by Design. It'll pop right up. Events by Design. We design, you party. Well,
I got a quick question for you boys. Jesse, this might be for you, but Jason, your memory is pretty good usually, except for when it comes to Jana and in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I totally botched that.
Did Hatch, we know he brought us Tom Hanks and that during COVID. We know that. That is,
and we haven't heard from him since.
A week and a half of content, yeah.
Did he invent and bring the idea of having trivia come to our show too? I'll let you guys ponder on that.
I don't think so.
And we will address that in Wonelli, and we'll do that next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
What are you doing?
This is Wilde and Tausch, driven by Zimbrick Chevrolet in Sun Prairie on 100.5 ESPN. See their full inventory at ZimbrickChevrolet.com.
The first thing I thought about is, what am I going to do?
Peggy and Willie were injured when a driver ran a stop sign.
I was injured pretty bad, and they rushed out to me and made sure that I got the medical attention that I needed to make that recovery. One call, that was all, and everything went well.
Here for you 24/7. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Every event tells a story, from the first impression to the final moments. Have someone guide your guests through every chapter the way you want the story told. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With a strong presence, great voices, and an award-winning team, trust us to guide, direct, and inform your guests through all the different chapters of the day. For fun, memorable entertainment for any event, please visit us at celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
$2.3 million. A recent Schwab survey of Americans says that it takes $2.3 million to be wealthy. Well, you may have had your financial plan set on a bigger or a more humble number. But if you're looking for added insights on how to get there or how to avoid some tax pitfalls on the way, Annex Wealth Management is ready to listen. Mark Tauscher here, and whether your situation is complex or simple, the Annex Wealth Management team can give you wealth expertise and guidance on reaching your goals. Annex Wealth Management. Know the difference.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
Hey, it's Riley Yauk. Stay in the know on area high school sports and follow ESPN Madison on social media for Prep Mania on Deck, each week's preview for the top games and events. Prep Mania on Deck is brought to you by Zimbrick Honda, a proud supporter of high school sports and local communities.
Sports are changing. Faster, stronger, smarter. So should your beer. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp and refreshing, no extra baggage, built for people who go hard. Still drinking the same old light beer? You're stuck. Flight is changing the game. Level up. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. Wisconsin, are you keeping up? DJ Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Beautiful day for Brewers baseball. Brats in one hand, your Brewers checking card from Associated Bank is in the other. And with a tap, it's 20% off gear at the Brewers team store. An express entry so you can tailgate longer. And up to 50% off home game tickets. All that power, all for the crew. Only with Brewers checking from Associated Bank. Join the crew at AssociatedBank.com/Brewers. Member FDIC.
At Carbon World Health, feeling your best isn't a luxury, it's a lifestyle. From advanced aesthetics and rejuvenating med spa treatments to personalized wellness care, everything there is designed around you. Whether you're refreshing your look, boosting your confidence, or investing in total body wellness, Carbon World Health combines medical expertise with a spa-like experience you'll love. Discover the med spa Sun Prairie is talking about. Book your consultation today at Carbon World Health, where wellness meets results.
Looking for a fun new way to golf on Monday nights? The Bridges Golf Course in Madison is teeing up a brand new 2-person scramble league. Grab a friend and compete head-to-head in a relaxed format, men's, women's, or co-ed. Great for beginners and experienced players alike. Monday nights at the Bridges Golf Course in Madison.
It's the summer of suspense for Giannis and the Bucks.
Miami Heat have been trying to get Giannis for months. They have been making offers to the Bucks for months. We have no deal.
Follow along right here on Madison's home of the Bucks, 100.5 ESPN.
Time for Wonelli.
If the topic is good, the guys discuss.
Just the other morning I had breakfast at Tracy Rocco's house. His mama brought out 15 flapjacks. He said, Mama, take back 5 of them flapjacks. I gotta stay hungry for the Crimson Tide.
But if it's not, the show must go on. It's time for
Wonelli
on Wilde and Tausch.
So why does Hatch, your guy Hatch, think that he invented Wilde and Tausch trivia?
I don't know, and I'm not saying he didn't. I think he maybe brought that up because he was awesome during the COVID era. You know, he's an avid fan of the show. He used to bring a lot of content. Then he got a big promotion, and he's become kind of big time. And He still listens to the show and he'll text occasionally, but not to the same degree when he was kind of a young and up-and-coming whippersnapper. So I think while I usually like to push back and think that he didn't, I think there might be some truth in the fact that he did help come up with the concept of us having trivia. Now, obviously, it's turned into a tournament of champions type deal. So I just wanted to see if either of you guys remembered and think that that's an accurate assessment, because you guys have a better memory than I do. But it doesn't seem like either of you care, so we'll just move it along.
I mean, I care. I don't remember it. I'm pretty sure.
Doesn't seem
I'm
like
pretty sure we started Wilde and Tausch trivia during COVID. Like, once sports shut down, we were like, we're not.
But did he broach it? Did he bring it up and say we should do it?
I don't recall that, but if anyone's going to remember doing that, it would be him.
That he did it?
He's saying that he did, yes.
Well, I'm not here to besmirch Hatch.
But we can. There's no problem if you do.
No, because here's the thing.
I disagree. Yeah.
Well, okay, but he is your friend, and
I do like him. He's a fun guy.
I would think that if none of us remember it that way, I would also argue that none of us remember how we did start trivia. I know we were searching for content options without a lot of sports to talk about during that very challenging period where the NBA wasn't in the bubble. Everything was just shut down. And so I think it is very reasonable to think that the great Eric Hatchell suggests, you guys should play trivia if you're looking for, stuff to do.
Could have.
So it sounds very reasonable to me, and I don't think he's the type of guy that would take credit for something he didn't actually do. So I'm going to choose to believe that he's probably the one who thought of it.
That's where we disagree. He definitely would take the credit, and he'd love that. So that's where we disagree. He's got a lot of Jesse.
You think he's that diabolical?
He's got a lot of Jesse Nelson in him. He loves him some him, which is it's nothing, nothing wrong with that. You should love yourself.
Rude.
Jesse, you did an all-timer of finding a way to fit yourself into that equation back with Dennis earlier. That was really well done. Where you made the state championship about you. That's impressive.
Thanks, appreciate that.
Whoa, Nelly!
Muskego and Bradley, big one.
Did you guys figure out, are we doing this game tonight, or what's the plan?
No further updates. I do not believe our plans are being adjusted for this evening's programming. Yeah.
Okay.
Jason, up to you.
Disappointing a lot of our fans.
Jason wants to do it.
I'm not going to go call the game by myself. I don't think that would do anybody any good.
No, Jesse's saying he'll go up there with you if you.
I don't think I heard Jesse say that.
Jesse, will you say that on the record with two of your favorite schools with history and ties to your school and your university? Are you up for it?
If Jason wants to do it, I will have the conversation about doing it.
Okay. Have the
I
conversation.
cannot wait. That's going to be awesome. So that'll be on 100.5.
Whoa, Nelly!
This soccer update brought to you by Discount Liquor. Stop by their Milwaukee or Waukesha locations for all your tailgating needs. USA and Australia tomorrow, 2 o'clock Central Time. Day game. On a scale of 1 to 10, how fired up are you for the U.S. men's national team being back in it against Australia, coming off the big win against Paraguay in the opener last Friday? Tausch?
I would say I'm at a 5. I'm intrigued. I'm not to the point where it's like must see, and I won't be able to watch it because I'm actually going to be, doing something else. But I'll be intrigued to find out what it is. What I will say, and this is the part that I think I maybe misled. I still stand by what I said about soccer. No, I stand by that. But I saw those, I think, Norwegians rowing up an escalator, and I'm seeing Scotland take over Boston and drink them out of booze and drinks. And the dude down south going to all these different places and highlighting how awesome America is. That stuff gets me rolling, man. I love that aspect of the World Cup being here. Do I still want to watch a 0-0 game and we don't know how much penalty time there is, so just keep going until somebody maybe does something? I have issues with that still. But the rowing the boat up the escalator, I got to admit, that made me think, boy, that looks fun. I like what's going on. I'm glad it's here. I'm glad that everybody's having a good time seeing our wonderful country, and that makes me happy. The soccer part of it is probably third on the list for me.
I do have to admit, I find myself watching, or at least having games on instead of Law and Order reruns that I would never think I would be. Like Colombia and Uzbekistan. Wasn't planning on watching that yesterday, but had it on. Ghana with its win over Panama, had that on for a while. And you don't know. It's weird to watch sporting events where you don't know like anybody that's playing. You don't know anything about whether one team is favored or not. It's just a strange brew of sporting.
So why do you care?
I don't care. I like if Ghana wins or Panama wins, I don't really care. I just have it on because it's, like you have said, it's a big event. FIFA World Cup in the United States. I watch the Olympics when I don't know who people are. Like, I don't just watch the Olympics when it's Matt Hamilton curling. Right? I mean, you have it on.
Okay.
Today's schedule, for those of you that are interested, Switzerland taking on Bosnia and Herzegovina coming up after our show is over.
Oh, they're back together. I thought Bosnia and Herzegovina were separate.
Apparently they're back together, just like we're together with American Family Insurance.
We always are. We love American Family Insurance. They've been with us from the jump. And, playing in Green Bay for over a decade, learn quickly when you got the right protection up front, you play with confidence. That's what American Family Insurance has been doing for almost 100 years, protecting your home, your auto, and the dreams you're building with your family so you can focus on what matters most. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly with American Family Insurance. Get a quote or find an agent at amfam.com.
We'll wrap things up with Feel Good Thursday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints next. It's Wilde and Tausch.
Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just to you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust here, and we're joined by IndyCar president Doug Boles. What is so enticing about having IndyCar at Road America as part of that schedule?
I think the biggest thing for us is just the history of the track, the uniqueness of the track. It's so long. It's got the elevation changes, long straightaways, challenging corners. You think about the Kink and Canada Corner and all the places that make it so historic. And I know it's just one of those tracks that no matter where you're from in the world, it is a top, not just in the U.S., but it's one of the top tracks in the world. So for IndyCar to be there is really special. A lot of history with IndyCar there over the last several decades. And actually, I took my SCCA driving school. My first licensed race was at Road America many moons ago. So even a personal connection for me getting back to Road America.
For all things Road America, you know where to go. It's roadamerica.com. That's roadamerica.com.
You, rah. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
This Badger Minute brought to you by the ESPN Wisconsin app. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. Available in the Apple and Android app stores. Download the ESPN Wisconsin app today. With this Badger Minute, I'm Jesse Nelson. No school has produced more Stanley Cup champions than the Wisconsin Badgers. Keandre Miller of the Carolina Hurricanes is now the 15th Wisconsin player who will see his name etched on the most iconic trophy in sports. The Hurricanes won their second Stanley Cup in franchise history by shutting out the Vegas Golden Knights in a series-clinching Game 6 on Sunday night. Miller is the first Badgers player to be part of a Stanley Cup championship team since the back-to-back titles for Ryan McDonough with the Tampa Bay Lightning in 2020 and 2021.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't play games, just straightforward pricing, premium quality, and trusted Pella certified installation. Visit PellaWI.com today.
When you've been injured, you need a winning team on your side. Gruber Law Offices will fight for the results you deserve. Call Gruber Law Offices today, a proud partner of your Milwaukee Brewers. One call, that's all.
Dealing with storm damage? That's never fun. That's why homeowners are turning to Everlight Solar for roofing and exterior repairs done right. They handle the entire process, from insurance claims to fixing your roof with one trusted team. Less stress, faster solutions, and a home that stays protected from the elements. If your roof took a hit, Everlight's got you covered. Visit everlightroofing.com to get started today. That's everlightroofing.com. Everlight, a proud partner of Wisconsin Athletics.
Prizes, flyaways, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com.
It's well known that the boss at the exteriors company is a perfectionist.
It's a gift.
He not only oversees every job, he inspects each aspect of the operation to get to the root of what your project will actually need to be long-lasting.
Call 960-ROOF.
Oh, he's proud of all the reviews.
What can I say? Take a look.
The Exteriors Company, built for Wisconsin, backed by expertise.
Listen to Madison Money Guy every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. on 100.5 ESPN and ESPNWisconsin.com.
I like to refer to inflation as the silent killer. It's an invisible risk. It's just the idea that things get more expensive over time. You're going to need milk and eggs when you're in your early 60s and when you're in your early 80s. You're going to get a loaf of bread, and it's going to be more expensive 20 years from now.
Christian Finfrock is the Madison Money Guy. Call him today at 208-1800.
We're on the Packers.
There's more question marks now.
Because we're on Wisconsin sports.
There's just more uncertainty with this group than there was even pre-Micah last year.
Nobody covers the green and gold like 100.5 ESPN.
For Feel Good Friday, painted by Hallman Lindsay Paints, I saw our old friend Brad Lane, who helped elevate and keep our show together to reach 10 years. He's up at WCCO in the Twin Cities, and his station was doing a Cure Blood Cancer Radiothon, and it got me thinking about all the great stuff that we do in Beaver Dam. We recently had our John Moser It's For the Kids golf outing earlier this month, and next month we have our John Moser Radiothon in Beaver Dam. I'm hoping to swing by there and see our teammates on my way down to Madison for something. It's just such a great cause. We do such a great job. We have so many great teammates that work so hard. So I just want to remind everybody that's coming up next week if you want to help support that. All right, that's it for us this week. Again, no show tomorrow. We'll be back on Monday. Have a great day. Take care. Be good.
Miss any of today's episode of Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin? Commercial-free full show podcasts are available free on the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Ben Brust here for Zimbrick European. Have you heard about the all-new Audi Q3? The Audi Q3 has it all. Exquisite design.